Order! Order in the court! The highly dishonorable Notorious BLT presiding. Hello. It's time. We're gonna do Am I the Asshole? We're gonna do Am I the Asshole? Oh, yeah, I heard that we have a storm coming. It's gonna be something else, man. Alright, so this is the first one that we got going on. This one was sent by Mother Trucker. And once I read the title, I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be bad. But here we go. Am I the asshole for calling my sister-in-law a racist after she compared my cooking to making Kung Pao chicken? TLDR at the bottom. They are interesting. What's up, Andy? Oh, you're sans audio? That's a paddling. That's a paddling. I'm sorry. That's going to have to come up under... no, actually, it's not going to come up under anything. I'm lying. Anyway, let's get this started. For context, I've been married to my wife for 10 years, roughly 10 years. And we're a mixed-race couple. I'm Asian, and she's Caucasian. I've gotten along with her family, mother-in-law, brother-in-law, sister-in-law. You forgot to change it? Oh, wait. Oh, so you are actually the one that changes it, huh? Okay. All right. But I always felt like her father-in-law and other sister-in-law never liked me. I'm a professionally trained chef with 15-plus years of experience, and I work at a high-end Chinese restaurant, a spin-off of a popular one in Beijing, in a large U.S. city. My crew and I have won several awards, and I've been explicitly told I'll be the next executive chef. Sarah, that's one of the other sister-in-laws, I suppose, is also a professionally trained chef and works at a popular upscale French restaurant in the city. She constantly brags about it, and no joke, compares herself out loud to Ramsay and Bourdain. That's Chef Gordon Ramsay and Anthony Bourdain, the late Anthony Bourdain, if you don't know who that is. I forget what the name of the show was that he used to do, but he used to go around all over the place and, like, sample food and shit, and it was really cool, and he is, like, a very well-known, quite awesome chef. Let's see. Whenever I'm at my MIL and FIL's house, so mother-in-law, father-in-law's house, and helping out in the kitchen, Sarah is always criticizing everything I do. Whether it's chopping, braising, marinating, etc., she always butts in with comments like, I think you should actually do X like this. Okay. Immediately we have some correctile dysfunction going on. Oh, boy. I've been patient for my wife and sidestepping those comments, saying things like, thanks, but I think I'll stick to the way I do it. Because, you know, knows what he's doing. Things came to a head 2 weeks ago when my wife, father-in-law, mother-in-law, and I were in her parents' kitchen prepping dinner for my mother-in-law's birthday. We're running a bit behind, so things were heated, which I kind of like because it reminded me of work. And that's when Sarah walked in. She took one look at what I was doing, scoffed, and said something like, "Oh wow, okay, so that's not the right way of doing things." It hit a nerve, and I pretty sternly told her to stop criticizing my cooking, and that I'm also a chef like her. She laughed and said, "Making Kung Pao chicken at some Chinese restaurant doesn't count?" Oh, no, dude. Oh, God. The kitchen went silent. Father-in-law snorted, chuckled, and my mother-in-law yelled, "Sarah, what is wrong with you?" I stopped what I was doing, swore at her, and called her a racist piece of shit, apologizing to my mother-in-law for not being able to say, apologized to my mother-in-law for not being able to stay, and left for home with my wife. Apparently this caused a massive fight after we left, and my mother-in-law, brother-in-law, and sister-in-law taking my side, and my father-in-law, sister-in-law saying it was a joke, but kind of true, and that I was being too sensitive. The extended family somehow got wind of this, and now everyone is arguing and taking sides, and my wife even getting texts from some of her cousins apologizing for Sarah's behavior. Despite being on my side, my wife is begging me to apologize so that the fighting will stop, but I refuse to because fuck Sarah and her blatant racism. Oh, God. Is there a line of fee? No, you're right here. You're in the thing. You're right where you need to be. You're right where you need to be. Am I the asshole? TLDR, I'm a chef that works at an upscale Chinese restaurant. My sister-in-law is a chef at an upscale French restaurant. She's critical of my cooking skills and has now called it making Kung Pao chicken at a Chinese restaurant. Family at war. Wife begging me to apologize. What do? Yes, I agree. Yeet the SIL into the fire. Yes. Treat this like Mount Doom. Treat this like Mount Doom. Yeah, for real. Never apologize for calling out a racist comment, man. I mean, like, he could have done it with a little bit less stank, but, like, I can't blame him at all for putting up with that for so long and then being like, no, fuck you. For real. Oh, there are so many updates, though. Okay, so before we get into the updates, let's pass judgment. I personally say not the a-hole. For several reasons. One, she has had correctile dysfunction for a long time. If someone is doing, like, oh, you should do it this way without you asking, that's some fucking bullshit. And it's not something you need to do, but it's something that they should already understand, that you don't just go around being like, oh, do it this way, oh, do it this way, oh, do it this way. Which is why I refer to it as correctile dysfunction, because it's, yeah, that's what it is. I'm sorry I called you a hateful, heartless waste of flesh and carbon when you proved yourself to be hateful, heartless waste of flesh and carbon. Yeah, exactly, man, exactly. Like, no, you should not be apologizing. If anything, she should be apologizing. And honestly, I'm just to put some reality on this, I feel like this is the whitest shit I've ever seen, where people are like, you called my white daughter a racist? How dare you? You know, like, okay, but your white daughter was being a piece of shit, so, like, if the shoe fits... Yeah. If the shoe fits, you wear it. What do you think? Oh, I like this. Yes, total a-hole move. Wait, no, yeah, we're judging him, not the a-hole. I'm totally voting that. Are you crazy? You crazy? Thank you, Vandy. Thank you. Also, even if that's not how you do the cooking in your experience, why not just, I don't know, try out another person's... Exactly, man, exactly. See? Stop. Yes, don't backseat cook. It's very bad. It looks bad on you. It looks bad on everybody around you, and it's no good. It's no good. Twitch TOS made me kind of have to phrase it weird. No worries. All right, so edit. My wife has also informed me that now Sarah may be in trouble at work, and she's blaming me for it. Apparently, one of her coworkers heard her rant about what happened and reported to management. And to clarify, if Sarah is blaming me, though your wife is blaming you? What the fuck? No worries, Liza. No worries. So it looks like one of my wife's cousins found this post and put it on Sarah's Facebook wall going, "This is you, right?" Oh, no. Her Facebook friends are starting to comment with things like, "If this is you, Sarah, then I'm disappointed." As should happen. Oh, yes. I think Sarah's still at work. Shit might be hitting the fan soon, and now my wife is pissed too. We'll try to update, but might have to delete this post after going nuclear. Hang on. It was a throwaway. Alright, so, like, Oh shit, man. I hope you didn't have to use that shit. I hope you didn't. I hope you didn't use her actual first name, because that would be really bad. Let's see. Was considering remove. Well, then again, no. He probably didn't, because she was already bitching about it at work and stuff. So like, yeah. Player Cetra, thank you for the good stream wishes. Welcome. And if you stick around, great. And if you don't, that's fine. We like the positive vibes, dude. Let's see. Was considering removing, but I just got... dude, all right. Let's go. Not the a-hole. Was considering removing, but I just got a voicemail from my father-in-law that my presence was only being tolerated up until this point and threatened a world of hurt if I didn't delete this post. Officially going to keep this post up. And if you're still reading this, Doug, I'm very disappointed in you. You're better than this. We'll also continue to update, and thanks again for all your support, folks. Holy fucking shit. Throw the whole family out. Just throw it out. Like, if your wife is still pissed at you for this shit, I don't know what to tell you, brother. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Like, I don't want to say throw out the whole lady, but, like, you might have to. I had her go to couples counseling or some shit, because this is real bad. Like, yeah, just like you said earlier, Lisa, just throw him into the fire. Just throw him into the fire. Throw him to Mount Doom. Lots of stuff just went down. Oh, boy. My wife got a call from sister-in-law, from wife's paraphrasing. Sarah started screaming, crying at her the moment my wife picked up and said that she just got demoted because of her... Oh, wow. Asian slur friend, or husband, not friend, husband. Apparently, some of her coworkers have her on Facebook and showed the post to management, which combined with her earlier rant, double whammied her back to being a line cook, and now she might be fired. My wife told me to go, my wife told her to go fuck herself, and is now solidly in my side. Poggers. After taking the verbal abuse from Sarah and reading some of the comments here, my wife is still the opposite of happy, though. Well, okay. What's up, Weaver? Yeah, wipe the family off the board, yeah. Just came back from eating ribeye, saw something about Chinese food. Not the asshole, because Chinese food rocks, didn't read anything else. Alright, Cap. Yeah, this is wild, dude. Wife called... Oh my god, there's even more updates. Holy shit. Oh my lord. Wife called mother-in-law and asked her what the fuck is going on with father-in-law. Mother-in-law is confused, so my wife played back the voicemail I had on my phone, and apparently my mother-in-law literally just walked away from the phone without hanging up and started screaming at father-in-law. Oh, holy shit. Facebook post now has devolved into a clusterfuck flame war with family and friends jumping in. Suffice to say, it has officially gone nuclear, me right now. Oh, no. Okay. I think I'm going to have to call this a day. We'll make an update post when the dust settles. Thanks again, folks. Oh, my fucking God. SIL is the one who... I did nothing wrong. It's all... Yeah, exactly. I did... Yeah. The zero self-reflection, yeah. I should fix the camera? What do you mean fix the camera? It looks fine to me. You're so confused as to what's happening? We're doing an Am I the Asshole stream, Weaver. Dude, these updates, though, this is wild. Turns out I'm not allowed to post an update post for some reason. No, you provided all your updates in the original post with your many, many edits. You can edit this in, but we will not be allowing a standalone update on this. Huh. Okay. I'd like to clarify that I got my wife and mother-in-law's permission to post this update out of respect for them and their privacy. Suffice to say, it's been kind of nuts this past week. My wife and I had to turn off social media for a bit because of the shitstorm caused by her cousin putting my last post on Sarah's Facebook page. Some people even tried to call the restaurant I work at to get me fired as retribution, but luckily everyone there is 100% on my side, or is, as my boss put it, fuck Sarah, fuck those racists, fuck them so goddamn much. Oh, God. Well, okay, but here's the thing. I can't literally make it any bigger for myself. I know you want all of this for some reason. You and my wife are the only ones. But I can't make myself any bigger. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay, so I guess it didn't help them that half the calls involved threats, screaming, and more racial slurs. We didn't hear any update from her family, even though we assumed the shit met fan after mother-in-law found out about father-in-law's threatening voicemail. Still disappointed in you, Doug. But that changed on Sunday night when mother-in-law suddenly showed up at our door with overnight bags. After we took a moment to help unpack and calm down, she spilled the beans on everything. Oh no, Spongy, what's up, dude? Yeah, this is fucking nuts. Oh my god. Mother Trucker, you found some of the most wild-ass shit. I think this is one of the longest posts I've ever seen, and this is fucking wild. All right, FIL, a.k.a. Doug, and father-in-law. Also, welcome aboard, Spongy. Wit Noter is already big. I am big. Yep. Yep. Apparently, my mother-in-law and father-in-law were already having trouble in their marriage, and it was only made worse with a certain 2016 presidential election. She's a Dem, and he had apparently gone more far-right since... Oh, no. Seems that a line was crossed with the Kung Pao incident and his voicemail. When he refused to apologize for anything, typical Doug, she asked for a divorce, and he went berserk. She didn't feel safe there, so that's... Oh, no. Other brother-in-law and sister-in-law live out of town. Oh, my God. What the fuck, dude? Oh, Jesus Christ. Extended family, aka the Great Facebook War of 2021. You may have been able to tell already, but the extended family was largely arguing, fighting, divided along political lines for a few years now, and my cousin's Facebook post was likely just the light to set off the powder keg. According to my mother-in-law, the fallout has allegedly already led to some breakups, excommunication of some family members, and even an argument that ended with police involvement. Haven't verified this myself, though. Holy fucking shit. Oh, damn. No, actually, you know what? His name is not Doug anymore. It's Dung. His name is Dung. He is the loathsome dung eater. He is the loathsome dung eater, 1,000,000%. Sarah / sister-in-law. According to my mother-in-law, Sarah came over to her place on Friday. The writing was on the wall, and she basically was forced to quit. Despite her trying to start from scratch as a line cook, the entire staff turned against her. Nothing was coming back from the dish pit for her, and she was getting the cold shoulder. She's a great chef, I will admit this is true, but they took no chances since it turns out, shit you not, they're partly owned by a Chinese investment company. Found this hard to believe and didn't want to add this detail, but it turned out to be true after some research. Won't say any further for privacy. Word also got around in the local industry, and Sarah is essentially blacklisted from high-end establishments. She's now considering selling her home and moving to find work. As much as I don't like her and found her behavior horrifying, I don't intend for this to happen. So I've reached out to some buds in other states to see if they had any openings. Whether or not she wants to take it is up to her, and no, she has not apologized for anything either, but I still want to be a decent person to her. It sure as hell doesn't feel like a happy ending, perhaps bittersweet justice, but that's all I can give you. Thanks you all for the support and reading. Still me right now. Holy fucking shit. Yo. What the fuck, man? This is some craziness. Okay, hang on. I gotta look at some of this. Not the asshole. Cooking Asian food doesn't count as cooking is racist, incredibly uncalled for, and shows how much of an entitled know-it-all Sarah is. Glad most people over there are on your side, but yeah, don't apologize when you did nothing wrong. Edit. Wow, my post blew up, blah, 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 blah. That was fucking wild. Dude, honestly, like, I mean, he's just trying to be a good person, right? But I get what you're saying, Mother Trucker, where it is, like, a little bit like, ay. Like, ah, yes, I'm the one you insulted. Now accept my help or be doomed forever. Honestly, that's Giga Chad moves right there. That's some Giga Chad moves right there. Not the asshole, I'm disappointed in your wife. Enabling her racist sister and dad over her husband is not a good look. Okay, but that's changed. Yep. And with the edit, apparently Sarah can't keep her racist mouth shut anywhere, and that consequence... Yeah, man, this is fucking wild. Holy shit. Oh, my God. Wow. Please, for fuck's sake, OP, do not apologize. For real. For real. Sarah's a racist. It may well have been a... No. Okay, we've talked about this before on this channel. I want to make something very clear. If when somebody says, hey, man, that's not cool, or like, hey, stop being a dick... And your response is, bro, it's a joke? No one's laughing. It's just garbage. It's just garbage. Like, don't do that. Just don't do that, you know? That's the solution. Just don't do that. Yeah? Okay, good. We're all in agreement? All right, let's go. Let's move on. Next a-hole. Let's see. No, we don't care about prehistoric dinosaurs. Am I the asshole for canceling our wedding because sister-in-law is getting divorced? This is a short one. My fiancé and I are getting married in September. My fiancé's sister just found out her husband and father of their 3 kids was cheating on her for the past 2 years, and he left the house and they're getting a divorce. My sister-in-law is very distraught by this, of course, since she's been with him since they were 19. They're 34 now? Since they're getting a divorce, now everyone from my fiancé's side of the family demands that we cancel our wedding to show solidarity and support for my sister-in-law. They also believe it would be improper to celebrate while my sister-in-law is getting divorced and left alone with 3 kids. My sister-in-law also demands it and says there's no ifs and buts. So I think it's supposed to be nifs. Yeah. Ifs and or buts. And the wedding is getting canceled, and it's the respectful thing to do. Hang on. While I truly feel for her and her situation, I don't understand what our wedding has to do with it, and how canceling it will help her feel better. I understand being at a wedding is going to feel bittersweet, but her divorce and our wedding are 2 separate occasions, and I don't feel like we should cancel anything. My fiancé agrees on everything, and was the first one to say how it's completely unreasonable to cancel our wedding. My sister-in-law and my fiancé's parents think we are being extremely selfish and... Alright, see you, killer. Okay, so... Here's the thing. If you were like, yo, I feel weird about going to the wedding, so I'm not going to be there, that's one thing. But if you're like, it's the only respectful thing to do, you must cancel your wedding because otherwise I will feel offended. No, you're a piece of shit. Shut up. Like, for real, these people, okay, September. We're talking literally, like, what, 4 months away? If that. So actually probably less than that because, you know, we're almost in June. We're getting close. So, like, they've already put down deposits and shit, and, like, that shit costs money. That costs so much money. There's no way. No. No. You are not the asshole for continuing your wedding, and all these fuckers that are like, how disrespectful and just, like, horrible. Like, okay, listen. If she's upset, she can come to your wedding and be like, fuck my ex-husband. Fuck him, he's a piece of shit. And then you guys can also have it as, like, a, you know, a little side thing where you're like, fuck that guy, fuck that guy, fuck that guy, fuck that guy. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So, like... Yeah. You guys are not the asshole. No way in hell. Look at this. Not the asshole. What a weird family. Let me guess. Sister-in-law is the golden child. Oh, okay. Yep. Okay, so we got some narcissists going on. I see. Yes. Okay, not the asshole at all. If sister-in-law is distraught over someone else getting married, then I think they need therapy. Yeah, for real. Ooh, okay, we got a meteorite of some kind? I don't know what the fuck this means. Not the asshole, your husband is the scapegoat, isn't he? No one else can have things if his sister is under stress. SIL, I'm so sorry for what you and the kids are going through. We love you all, but this is an unreasonable ask. If you choose not to attend because it's too painful, you'll be missed, and we'll try to understand. Signed, OP's husband. To OP's husband's parents. If you decide to skip one of the most important milestones in my life in some kind of misguided support for my sister, this will redefine a relationship I didn't cheat on her. I didn't cheat on her. Her ex did, and you have set her up for unreasonable expectations from others. Instead of telling me to cancel or postpone, you should be helping her to try to be happy for me despite her pain. But you failed at that when we were young, and now look at where we are. Say it louder for the people in the back. Oh yeah, wait. Fair warning, if you don't attend, when people ask where my parents are, I will tell them the truth. Signed, OP's husband. Yeah. 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 Say it louder for the people in the back. Thank you. Oh, Jesus Christ. Am I the asshole for insulting my wife after finding out she stole a ton of money from me and gave it to her friend who was undergoing cancer? Okay, I can't read that one right now. Am I the asshole for no longer converting part of my nibblings camp school expenses? Nibblings? All right, this has got a lot of upvotes. Let's give that one a shot too, I guess. Load. Load, you garbage. Yeah, maybe? I don't know, man. That's a little weird. Oh, don't you dare crash on me. Thank God. All right. Oh, gender-neutral niece and nephew. Thank you, Willow. Thank you. Also, welcome. Welcome. Like Nibbler from Futurama. Yeah. All right. My nibblings. Okay, I kind of love this now because they're like little toe biters. Yeah, like Nibbler from Futurama. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. Let's go. I, 30F, so 30-year-old female, am married to a woman, 28. Pog. And we have an 8-month-old child. My brother and his wife, 34, 32, have 2 kids, 13 male, 6 female. Okay, so 7 years difference. That's not a big deal. Whatever. We used to be close, but they joined a church when nephew was young, and our relationship changed. We haven't really talked much for about 6 years. You've never heard of nibblings, but I kind of like... Yeah, me too. I'm going to tell my nephew he's now my... Dude, let's go. That's what I'm going to say to my niece and nephew now. They're nibblings. It's easier. It's just like y'all. Y'all is one of the greatest words in the English language because it's gender neutral, and you can use it for fucking everybody, dude. It's great. You can use it for a singular, for multiple. It's wonderful. Honestly, it's like one of the greatest words ever. My wife and I are financially stable and help family in whatever way we can. We have never felt taken advantage of until the situation with my brother and sister-in-law. We buy clothes and school supplies for both kids, pay for nephew's summer camp, and private lessons for various interests. Holy shit, dude. God damn. You already am a nibbling? Fuck yeah, dude. Let's go. Nibblings for the win. Last spring, when I shared the news of our pregnancy, I got a lengthy message from my brother letting me know that they can no longer support my lifestyle, and while they love me, and hope I change my mind. Wait a minute. Last spring, when I shared the news of our pregnancy, I got a lengthy message from my brother letting me know that they can no longer support my lifestyle, and while they love me and hope... Oh, no, I think I understand where this is going. And hope I change my mind, I was no longer welcome in their home. They didn't want to confuse the kids. It's not the kids' fault, so I still paid for all the usual stuff last year. Oh boy, here we go. Because they're gay. Because they're gay. Wonderful. Okay, let's continue. I'm supposed to pay for camp this summer, but they've decided to send him to their church's camp instead. It costs double. They didn't ask if I was willing or able to pay more. I wouldn't normally mind, but why would I want to pay for him to be taught my lifestyle is perverted and sinful? Oh, fuck. I messaged them and said they should have asked me before changing his plan's budget for camp. They said they don't need my permission to send him to church camp. I said that that should mean they don't need my money either. My brother tried to convince me that it would be beneficial to my nephew. They already promised him, and he would be disappointed since they can't afford it. I do feel terrible for my nephew, but I don't think they should have promised him anything before talking to me. Oh, fuck. Unless this takes a hell of a turn. This is an NTA like nobody's goddamn business, man. Holy fuck. 2 days ago, he called to see if I'd reconsider, but I stood firm. He said I shouldn't take whatever resentments I have towards him and his wife on his kids. I said it goes both ways. If they have a problem with my wife and I, my daughter is innocent. Does he even know her name, birthday, what she looks like? Has he ever asked? After a long silence, he said, "Come on, OP, you know that's not the same. She isn't even actually related to you. Nephew is your blood, and you guys were always so close when he was little. He misses you." I hung up and have been crying since. My wife and I are considering cutting them off and putting the money I usually spend on them into a college fund instead. My mom says I have every right to be angry at my brother, but should reconsider for my nephew's sake. It's not his fault, and he won't understand. He'll think now that I have a daughter, I don't care about them anymore. I do feel terrible, about it, but I'm at a loss. My wife suggested I post here, so am I the asshole? So I'm so lost and confused and don't know where to proceed. Okay. This is a very hard not the asshole. Hey, Kurai. Welcome back. Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. The way I see this, what she could do, possibly, is reach out to the nephew and be like, hey, so your parents promised something that we can't afford. So, if you want to go to summer camp, we'll send you to the one that we usually send you to. Sound good? Because we can't afford the other one. And even if that's a lie, the kid doesn't know. And it saves this kid from being brainwashed about dumb bullshit. And, being like, it saves the child from, being brainwashed into, like, gay people are evil. So, yeah, big not the asshole. Big not the asshole. Your brother, or brother-in-law, I kind of lost track. You're the other side of this, they are assholes. Big time. Especially since they were just, like, assuming that after they were like, oh, you're trash because we don't believe in your shit anymore. Yeah, go fuck yourself, pal. Especially if you still want to take, like, their money. No. And then this whole guilt trip thing, no, go fuck yourself. Go actually fuck yourself with, like, a magma enema, please. Yeah, exactly. Just throw the whole family. Well, not throw the whole family out. Throw the whole man out. Throw him out. Ever since Naffy said that, it's just been in my brain. Not the asshole. Use that money for your own daughter. I mean, like, listen. Okay, you got a relationship with the nephew. You might still be able to salvage it unless his parents are poisoning him against him. But, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I have sympathy for the child because it's a child and they don't know. But at the same time, it's like, you can't be held responsible for somebody else's kid. You know? My favorite line is, go fuck yourself with an Arizona cactus. Yo, I have been stuck with cactus needles. That shit hurts. Yeah. So, I mean, this is all kinds of poop. For real, dude. Teach your child love, not hatred. If ever you're like, these people are garbage and you should hate them, rethink, you know? Especially when it's like, they're garbage for loving people that I don't. Like, okay, then just don't. Like, it doesn't affect you at all, my man. Just shut the hell up. Like, you don't need to teach that to your kids, your innocent children who have no idea about any of this crap. Yeah, these people are trash. I mean, OP is fine. OP is great. OP is totally cool. Love OP. Thank you, Willow, for the Prismstone of Friendship. It is very much appreciated. Thank you. Also, I love willow trees, by the way. We used to have one in my backyard when I was a kid. And, like, I miss that tree because I live in an apartment now in another state. So, yeah, literally do better is all I could say. Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, this is very much like in-laws, garbage. Actual people in the situation, totally fine. Love them. They're wonderful. Can't say anything bad about them. They're fine. The fact that they even, like, were helping out their in-laws' children, like, that was sick. And then this motherfucker's like, oh, no, you got to give me money afterwards. Like, no, I don't. Nobody has to. You can literally, like, sit yourself on a cactus. Yeah, that's what I think. Anyway. Am I the asshole for saying my half-sister can't work for my family business? Oh, boy. I feel that, dude. I feel that. You know what I did? I got myself a notebook, wrote down a bunch of shit in there, including some, like, little ciphers for my passwords. And there we are. Yeah. Let's see. My mom passed when I was 4. Ooh. I have 2 older brothers who were 6 and 7. When she passed, and by ciphers, I mean I just fucking wrote them down. I should not make it sound like it's more pog than it really is. It's really just me writing shit down, because I also have a shitty memory. Anyway, our dad remarried just after my 9th birthday, and had 2 children with his second wife. Although, actually, I guess I could say it's a cipher, because my handwriting is terrible, so it's going to be impossible to read for anybody else. My brothers and I are 28, 30, and 31 now. My half-sister recently turned 15. My brothers and I work with our mom's parents. Okay. She set up a restaurant with them before she had us, and our grandparents have told us we'll be the owners eventually. As it is, we make decisions like owners. You have a dedicated password book? My wife also does the same. Yeah, she has a dedicated password book for, like, all sorts of shit. Because, like, you know, there's so much stuff that asks you to, like, change your passwords all the time. It's just, no thanks. My half-sister is obsessed with being a chef. She watches all the cooking shows and wants to be famous. Recently, she had started asking if she can work at the restaurant and start to get to know the family business. She said she'd love to take over as head chef one day, and her mom could be head waitress. My brothers told her she was getting way too carried away, but she got all excited. She ended up talking to our dad about working for us. He said he was okay with it as long as we were. I don't think... Okay, hang on. I don't think I understand the family dynamic here. Let's see, mom passed away. Okay. Okay. So as long as they're okay with it, she can work with them. We are not. When it comes down to what it comes down to is this is a business our mom started with her parents for us to take over someday, for our family, and none of us believe she would want our dad's second wife or our half siblings who are not working, who are nothing to her, working there, and taking such a huge place in it. We know our grandparents aren't comfortable with it either. Oh, this is getting sticky. This is getting sticky. I'm the most gentle out of the three of us. So I told her that she couldn't work for us. I encouraged her to find somewhere else to work instead. She asked me why, and I told her it was a decision made by those of us who ran the business. She asked me how it could be a family business if we don't allow family to work there. Then said how her mom should have been asked a long time ago. I told her that that wouldn't make sense since her mom isn't related to my grandparents, the owners, and that ultimately it's my mom's legacy for her children and how we're trying to honor that. She said it was dumb and fuck how my mom would feel when she can't even speak about it. Oh man, this is getting real bad. 1Password app site that stores everything. Highly recommended. My company also recommended it. Oh. Yeah, that sounds... I mean, like, okay, when it comes to electronic security, I'm also like, oof. I don't know. I just... All right, let's get... Password-keeping websites, poggers. This situation, very unpoggers so far. My dad and his wife are so pissed we turned her down. They said she is our family, and that should be what matters. It also brought some bitterness up about my dad's wife not being offered a place at the restaurant years ago. Seems there's some weirdness because dad has worked alongside mom and my grandparents for a while when they were first married. Am I the asshole? Edit to add. A lot of it revolves around money and legalities. When my dad got remarried, his wife approached my grandparents and told them she wanted to adopt... Wait a minute, hang on. When my dad got remarried, his wife approached my grandparents and told them she wanted to adopt me and my brothers, and how she and my dad wanted her to be the one to take control of any money that was meant to go to us, including savings my mom left my grandparents in control of. She told them she was going to be our mom now, and she would be taking over finances for the family, that she needed to know everything we had and wanted access to it. When my brothers and I said no to being adopted, she and dad approached my grandparents about having a conversation with us, and brought up the fact that they had done any of the other stuff asked. So they hadn't done any of their stuff asked, I'm guessing what that's supposed to mean. She told them she was not comfortable with our photo being in the restaurant and said they needed to take it down. It was a photo of us with our mom and grandparents because they were the parents now. The tone was set from there, and I suspect they must have asked to work in the business with a clear resentment that they weren't employed there a long time ago. Can't confirm, but it was clearly expected my grandparents would ask dad and wife to work there. Okay. I had some sympathy for this kid until she was like, your mom is stupid, how could you do that, fuck her. Also, this person's mom being like, I want control of all of your finances, yes, like, no. Yeah, exactly what Crew just said. Red flags everywhere. This looks like a fucking Minesweeper map. This looks like a goddamn Minesweeper map is what it looks like. It's real bad. Don't do this. 15-year-olds are commonly assholes. I wouldn't condemn her for things said when 15, but that doesn't make her not an asshole. Yeah, also what Dell just said. Also what Dell just said. This is some fucking crazy bullshit. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, okay. Yeah, I think I agree with Dell. Kid is an asshole right now. She may learn later that what she's saying is garbage and will not do that again. And in that case, she will have pogged from asshole to not asshole. And she will have learned why she's not being an asshole anymore, you know? Yeah, wife is a dick. Yeah, all these people being and like the wife being like, "Oh, you have to take down the picture of your mom and your grandparents and you guys." Like, no. How about no? This shit always drives me crazy. Whenever I see this stuff in any of these Am I the Asshole posts, when somebody's like, "Oh, you got to take down pictures of your ex-wife, not your ex-wife, but like of your of your late wife or your late husband," and it's like, no, they fucking don't. I don't care if it makes you uncomfortable, motherfucker. If it makes you uncomfortable, you can go away. It's like if you're going to be with somebody who has a like a recently deceased significant other. Like, you need to take that shit into consideration. Like, they are very likely not over this yet. It takes a long fucking time, man. And if you're okay with, like, just giving support, then pogs to you. But if you're like, no, you have to erase everything about your former life and embrace only me, you are a selfish piece of shit. For real. I can understand thinking those things, but to actually say them out loud to someone and actually mean it, you are a gross person. And people should not breed with you to make future gross people. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. For real. For real. Same. How to slap someone through the internet. Yeah, see, this is why we need the ability to choke people, like to force choke people through a standard TCP IP connection. You know? Just like, All right, you're done. Good. Let's see. Am I the asshole for telling my dad I won't want my step-siblings at my vacation with mom? Okay. Let's just get out of the way now. Everybody can get out their help me step-siblings out of the way right now. Go for it. Just spam them. Just spam them in chat. Just get it out of your system. Go back to this after I take a sip. Kurai, do you like your new badge? Do you like your new badge? No one say a damn thing. Save them for the random the asshole later. All right, well, that's fine. Yeah, look, you got a new badge, sister. Look, you got 3. You got 3. Check that shit out, dude. How? I added it. I saw that there was a new badge, and I was like, boop. Vandy, do I get a pass? What? You mean like a pass to step out? What kind of pass are we talking about, brother? What are you doing? No? Yeah. All right, so, am I the asshole for telling my dad I don't want my step-siblings at my vacation with mom? Whew, excuse me. God damn. My parents are divorced. Together, they have me, 16F, and my sister, 15F. Mom had a longtime boyfriend who lives in another state with his kids. Once a year, we all get together at my grandparents' beach house. Dad is remarried, has 3 stepkids with his wife, who are all similar ages to me and my sister. And he has 2 little brothers with stepmom. Okay. I like my stepmom. I love my little brothers. I hate my step-siblings. Oh boy. They are assholes. For so many reasons, they had such a nasty attitude toward me and my sister when my dad and stepmom first moved in together. They had their dad crash my 13th birthday party to start shit. Wait, they had their dad? Oh, to start shit with my stepmom. I see. They brought in their biological father to start shit with their biological mother at your birthday party. Got it. That's some garbage. We found out after they had waited a few days to tell their dad something so he would storm right over during the party. Oh, good lord. They used to... Okay, I don't know how you really know that, but, like, all right. We'll be under the assumption that this is true. They used to brag about the crap their dad bought them, but once they learned about the beach house, they would constantly say they wanted to come and demanded that my dad ask my mom to let them vacation there. They also treated my sister like shit over her anxiety. They have mocked her so many times. They make me so angry. In the past year, their dad died, and our youngest brother was diagnosed with oh boy. And they also discovered his heart. He was born with a heart problem, was struggling more than it had been for a while. My step-siblings have had a huge change in lifestyle and get way less now. And my dad and stepmom are struggling. They are flying out for some new cancer treatment for my brother in June, and they'll be gone for a couple of months. Dad asked Mom if she would take my step-siblings on her vacation with us this year to give them something to look forward to. She told them it wouldn't be a good idea given the trouble between us. So my dad sat me down and started with, "You'd be okay with your step-siblings getting to have some fun after all they've been through." And I said I wouldn't be okay with it. I told him I don't want them there, and that I honestly don't want them at his house either, but I love him enough to tolerate the fact they exist. He told me he was really disappointed and asked how I could truly hate my family, who I have grown up with. I pointed out all the stuff they have said and done. I told him that their dad dying doesn't make them better people. He told me he expected more compassion from me, and I can't... Oh my God. Okay. Yes, you were a teenager. So that immediately puts you lower on the scale in my mind. This is not sussy of teenagers. I just okay, listen, younger people, your brains aren't fully developed, okay? Let's just be real. So sometimes, emotions will take over. I understand. In this case, I don't think you're the asshole whatsoever. No. You gotta set healthy boundaries, and, honestly, your dad is basically saying, it sounds like to me, these people are not the assholes. Or OP is not the asshole. Not at all. No. So, Dad is essentially saying, would you be okay with being miserable while you're supposed to be on vacation and having fun because these kids have had a hard time? Yes. Yes, I would have a problem with that. Yeah, OP is not the asshole. Dad is being the big-time asshole. Yes. Dell! I cannot agree to this, but also... I know what you're saying. Yeah, Father needs to step the fuck out. This is some fucking, not scapegoating, what do you call that? This is, not baiting, god damn it, I can't think of the words. Guilt tripping. Horrible guilt tripping, oh, you'd be okay, and also, the way he phrased the question, you'd be okay with your step-siblings getting to have some fun after they all have been struggling, right? But, trying to be oh, I feel bad for them, oh, I'll do this, I'll do that. Okay, it's really difficult to actually feel bad for somebody who's been a piece of shit to you. For no reason. For no reason. And honestly, it sounds like these kids are either having trouble at home or, they're just... I don't know, man. Maybe their mom is a fucking psychopath or something and, lets them get away with shit. I have no idea. I can't even begin to guess. But, no, you're not the asshole. 0% the asshole. Yeah, no, I can also understand his take, but the way he's going about it is garbage. Yeah, he wants his kids to, well, not even his kids, but his stepkids, to be, to have, some fun, I get it, but, don't put that on your children. It is not their responsibility to take care of your kids. Yeah. Well, he's doing that because he wants the kids out of his hair. That's my guess. And also because he's probably not a great dad either. I don't know. I know that's being super judgy, but that's what we're here for, right? Yeah, exactly. I feel bad for them, and he should do something for them, not dump them. Yeah, exactly. Not dump them on his ex-wife. Yeah, exactly. Very misguided attempt to patch things up and then dump them on and get them out of his hair. Yeah, really bad. Not the asshole. Tell your dad you're showing them as much compassion as they have shown you, and if he's disappointed in you, he must be disappointed in them as well for how they've treated you and your sister, his children, for years. And tell him that you're the one who is disappointed in him for allowing the abuse all these years. Yes. Yeah, that's the other thing, is when he's like, oh, your family. Motherfucker, no. No. Yeah. They are not blood, and I am very much of the opinion that, the family you choose is superior to the family you're, stuck with, for lack of a better term. But, the whole, what is that? The blood of the covenant is thicker than the whatever, the hoobajoo? Whatever. Basically, the people you choose that covenant is thicker, or, you know, with more C's than the one that you're born into. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, no. So, you know, like, I don't know. I don't think I said that exactly correctly. There it is. Yeah, see, y'all got it. No, me being the brother and they did something like that, I would throw hands before I... Exactly, dude. Yeah. No, there's no way. These... No. All right, let's take a look at another one. Am I the asshole telling my mom I didn't buy pastries just for her and that she should have asked me? Am I the asshole for saying what my grandparents said did was creepy and disgusting? Am I the asshole for kicking my cousin out of my baby's... Oh, I can't look at that. Nope. That's way too spicy for me, brother. Nope. No. Am I the asshole for defending my husband for a joke he... Oh, boy. Let's start there. Oh, no. No, yeah. That shit, I hate that shit, Sponge. When people are like, oh, but, you know, they're, you know, but they're family. This is normal for family. Just forgive them. No. Listen, if your family is being shitheads, set healthy boundaries, or at least try to. And if they're giving you shit about it, that tells you everything you need to know. You know? Am I the asshole for spoiling Elden Ring and backseating while Notorious PLT was trying to fight a boss? Well, listen, that one definitely needs context, because if you're just reading the title, then my immediate response is yes, but I know the context, and the answer is no, you are not the asshole, Del. You are not the asshole, because you are a sweet, loving person. Yeah. Let's see. All right, son, bro. We'll see you later, man. Enjoy your D&D. Have a good night. Answer, no, because I am delightful at all times. Yeah. See? Exactly. Most people who are assholes don't post because they don't want to be told what they already know. Yeah. Well, okay. I should also give you guys the other intro I had, because it was going to be in the flavor of Margit the Fell. Maybe I'll do it towards the end. We'll see. All right, so, am I the asshole for defending my husband for a joke he made? Throwaway, fake names. I, 29 female, have a younger sister, Sally, 25. Sally is super smart and just finishing up med school. She's engaged to Seth, 28 male. Seth is doing his residency. He and Sally went to the same med school, where he was part of this group tutoring thing that was basically senior advanced students meet up with junior students to help them study. That is how Seth and Sally met. I'm married to Jim, 36M. Oh boy, here we go. Yesterday, my parents invited all of us over for lunch. Jim, Sally, and Seth were all just chatting and talking about their wedding plans, when Jim made a joke. Hey, Sally, now we understand how you always get good grades. You sleep with all your teachers, huh? He laughed, and it was just a joke. We all know Sally gets good grades because she works hard, but she looked kind of shocked and left the table. Seth got up and left too. My parents started attacking Jim, that he was way out of line saying that, to which Jim replied it was just a joke, and Sally was too soft. Okay, all right. See this right here? Just a joke. Too soft. Replace soft with sensitive, or, like, whatever fucking adjective you want. Doesn't fucking matter. This is what will get you in trouble. If this is your defense for something you said, you have failed. You have failed. Let us read on. I also said that he didn't mean it in a bad way. Seth came back out and demanded that Jim apologize to Sally. His tone was very rude, and Jim said that he wouldn't be apologizing to anyone. We left after that. Mom messaged me again later saying we went too far. Maybe it wasn't the right time for Jim's joke. Oh, Lord. This is just crawling with badness, dude. Like, this has got roaches and fucking pill bugs and centipedes all over it. Good Lord. Maybe it wasn't the right time for Jim's... God, even just reading that makes me feel gross. But I don't think it's anything that bad, and it was just in front of the family. Plus, everyone started attacking me after. Am I the asshole? Yes. Yes, you are. Yes, you absolutely are. Okay. We already went over this thing, this fucking bullshit before, so, like, you guys don't need me to go over that again. Ah, we have a red thing. Woman, your professional accomplishments are a result of you seducing more accomplished men around you. Laugh while I mock you at your family's table. No, I will not apologize. You must accept my mockery as I deem fit. You defended this crap. You're the asshole, and your husband is an asshole who also revealed what he thinks about you, his younger bride, and women in general. Does he put you down with jokes like this too? Has it been normalized for you? Edit. Thank you for the reward. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Asshole. God damn, dude. If a joke doesn't make anyone laugh and they attack, you did yeah, for real. And this is the thing. It's like when you have gone too far and your defense is like, "Oh, it's just a joke, bro." It's not a joke. You just said something offensive and stupid. And also, like, know your audience. This is why, like, I will defend free speech to the death. But I will also defend the critique of free speech to the death. Because then you have this shit, right? So, like, when you have comedians that are, like, making really bad taste jokes and people are like, you're a fucking dickhead. And then they're like, oh, censorship. Like, no, it's not censorship. We're just telling you that you're a piece of shit and you shouldn't be saying shit like that. Like, maybe construct some better jokes that aren't punching down. Or, like, making an entire group of people feel like shit. Especially for stuff they can't control, Yeah, exactly. And how hard is it to fucking apologize? Okay, I'll tell you, Liza. As a dude who used to be just like this motherfucker, sometimes it's really hard because your pee-pee brain is like, oh, if I apologize, my pee-pee gets smaller. Like, that's basically what their dumbass brain is thinking. Okay? It's so bad, dude. It's so bad. Wait, hang on. What is this? Hang on, I gotta see what this thing is. Why someone wants to be number 2 in the human centipede is beyond me. I'm gonna have to use that in the future. Oh damn, that's so good. Oh yeah, certainly. No, I mean, like, listen, okay, I feel like it's all, so when I say, like, it makes them feel like their pee-pee is getting smaller, what I mean is basically it hurts their ego. It hurts their ego to apologize because their ego is very, very fragile. Yeah, exactly. And some are raised into that shit where it's like... And this is something that I have a huge problem with in, like, the world in general, is people being so fucking, like, uptight about... like, people want to seem correct and seem right, but they don't want to actually be right or correct. So, like, it's... It's this. It's this shit, right? Or like if somebody's like, oh, Asian people can't drive, and then you're like, dude, that's really fucked up. And they're like, you're just being sensitive. You're like, no. You're a piece of shit. Shut the fuck up. Sit down. Take your listen to Bill Burr this time. I don't know how he is now, but I know he used to be kind of a shithead. I think he's gotten better. But anyway, the one thing that I heard him say that I was like, hell yeah, was when he was like, sit down next to me and take your fucking talking to. Do it. Listen to people instead of starting to talk over them, and you might learn something. Yeah. So, asshole. Big fucking asshole. Yeah, there we go. Am I the asshole for saying what my grandparents did was creepy and disgusting? My mom died when I was 6, and my dad got remarried when I was 11. My stepmom has always been really great. She married a guy with young kids, but never tried to take over or place herself into the family where my mom once was. See, this is fine. This seems okay. This lady seems to get it. She created a new slot, a different slot, and made it work. But my dad's parents have always been pretty old school in their thinking. They used to see it as disrespectful that we called our stepmom Jean, or that she didn't adopt us. My dad and stepmom's wedding was sort of rushed because Jean was pregnant and my dad was due to have surgery on his back. So they did a very quick courthouse thing. Oh boy. Yeah, exactly. The need to look right or funny in public is stronger than admitting you're wrong or offensive in the moment. Yeah, exactly, man. And like, yeah, when you're not exposed to that kind of thinking, like to the kind of thinking that's like, it's better to apologize and recognize what you've done wrong, and so you can be better in the future. When you're not exposed to that kind of thinking, it's very, very hard to combat that other kind of thinking where you're like, I just need to be funny and right, and if somebody disagrees, then I should attack them. Like, no, you shouldn't. You should try to understand where they're coming from. And sometimes they're unreasonable people. Where you'll be like, cabbage is stinky, and somebody's like, I find that offensive. Too bad, we're talking about fucking cabbage. And you're not a cabbage. So, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. Alright, fast forward, and it's about 10 To me, 30 years since they married. And my grandparents were giving her shit. I didn't realize at the time, but they had told her she should have worn some of my mom's jewelry. Should have made some speech about taking over from her. About taking over from her and tried to lay claim to my mom's life and possessions in some kind of way. They said it could be comforting for us to show how much she respected her mom and appreciated that she was taking over for her. The whole thing is so damn weird and gross. I'm talking about to both my mom and Jean. Okay, that doesn't... Some of these sentences are a little weird, but you know what, whatever. I can't imagine my mom would want Dad's second wife taking all of the stuff she left behind for herself instead of it being for her kids. Even more, to make a speech that to me sounds a lot like, you stayed dead, this is mine now. And for Jean, she's not my mom. She's a different person. She will always be reminded that she only came because of heartache and pain. That she wasn't the first wife. She's not the mother. She's not the one we all have cried for and missed and wish we could have it back. It has never bothered her, but I'm sure it was awkward at first. To find a place that respected that while also making her feel like she truly belonged and wasn't second best. But my grandparents essentially wanted her and still want her to become the person our mom was instead of being her own unique person on a day where she is celebrating her marriage to my dad and not my parents' marriage. So when I heard this being said, and my dad was never aware of what went on, I told them it was creepy to expect her to take over another person's life like that, and that it's disgusting to try and bring someone down for not wanting to disrespect someone else's memory. I pointed out that trying to be them, trying to take over and replace them, is disrespectful and not some great honor. I also told them that Jean never tried to be our mother because she knew always that she wasn't, and she could be, or never could be. But she could be Jean, and she could be something different, but important to our family. My grandparents are pissed. My dad could not believe when he found out. He was so mad at his parents. Other family members are saying I took it all out of context and that I was being the one being disrespectful to my grandparents and to Jean. Okay. This is some shit we talked about before. Strangely enough. No, not strangely enough. I guess when you read enough of these, it just happens. Jean is trying to be a respectful step-parent. Grandparents are being fucking crazy. Fuck you, grandparents. Pogs to Jean. So no, you're not the asshole in this situation. Your grandparents are. Your grandparents are garbage. I don't know why people get all fucking weird about this shit, like, oh, you have to replace the person. No, you don't. You don't need... It's like, I always view replacement as like, you are going to forget that person. And then, like, supplant their memory with someone else. And that just doesn't fucking happen, man. That's just going to cause resentment. Yeah, Jean sounds fucking poggers. Jean sounds great. Grandparents sound like poo. The grandparents are poo. Solidly not the asshole. 30 years and they're still going on about this? Gross. Agreed. Not the asshole, but hot dog, your grandparents are. I'm proud of you for defending Jean. Even though the situation was BS, I bet in the moment she 100% felt that how she approached the situation when she married into your family was exactly perfect because your respect, love, and loyalty toward her was real. Right there. Yeah, exactly. No, she doesn't. She can be herself. Exactly. She doesn't have to be somebody else. Maybe the grandparents should be somebody else. You know, like somewhere else, away from the rest of the family. That would probably be best for everybody. Yeah, much respect to Jean. Big poggers to Jean. I went to buy myself some breakfast at the bakery this morning, so I asked my mom and sister individually what they wanted, and they said they didn't really care. To buy whatever, so I bought 5 pastries aside from the 2 I bought myself and bought them and brought them back. Wait, hang on, hang on. Am I the asshole for telling my mom I didn't buy pastries just for her, and that she should have asked me? Okay, so I bought 5 pastries aside from the 2 I bought for myself and brought them back. Okay, I figured they'll eat 2 each, and my dad would eat 1 when he came back for lunch, as he doesn't like pastries as much. So I put the bag of 5 on the dining table, and hear my mom go back and forth, taking 1 each time. I could hear the crunch as she bit into it. Oh no. So I went to tell her I bought them for everyone, and she tells me she already ate 3. So I told her that she should have checked with me because she knows I never buy myself anything to eat without buying something for everyone else. And she responded that since I asked her what she wanted, she thought all of it was hers. We went back and forth with the same arguments for a couple of minutes until I had enough. I reminded her, I was really annoyed at this point, that when my sister and I were younger, she always told us never to take food without confirming whose it was first and the quantity we could take. I went to the living room, and like 30 minutes later, she comes with the exact same amount of pastries I had bought, and very passive-aggressively told me, "I'm sorry, here are your pastries. You gave me a valuable lesson. I'll never touch anything of yours again." All right. Mom is an asshole. For sure. Especially the way she handled it. I'll never touch anything of yours again. Ugh. No. Fuck you. Maybe you could have handled it better. I don't really think so. I understand sometimes people get heated. I don't think OP is an asshole here. No. No. I mean, they may be obfuscating a little bit and not like, yeah, exactly, Majestic. Also, hello. Yeah, she didn't learn anything. Exactly, dude. Like, you gotta love it when people are like, I learned a valuable lesson. Like, no, you didn't. In that tone, there's no fucking way you learned a valuable lesson. All you learned is that you did something that made me angry and you're going to try not to do it again. Or you're going to do it again just to piss me off. Yeah, just start buying Mom's favorite things and leave them in the kitchen. And every time she takes one, go, I thought you were never going to take anything of mine again. Oh, Dell, I love that. I love that. This is a weird reaction and has nothing to do with permission. Your mom sucked down 3 pastries without asking her other daughter if she wanted one. She fully planned on eating 5 pastries. That is not healthy. You probably shamed her when she realized what she was doing. This was her passive-aggressive way of shifting blame back to you. I'd let it go. You are definitely not the asshole, but your mom may not have a healthy relationship with food. This seems like this person is guessing a little much there, but at the very least, your mom is a jerk. Your mom is a jerk. Or was being a jerk in the moment. So, not the asshole. Definitely not the asshole. Let's find some other goodies. Exactly. 2 can play the petty game. So passive-aggressive. Also, she said she didn't care and then continued to grab 3 of them. Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing that was bothering me. Is like, you say you don't care, but then you're like, oh, I thought they were all for me. When you said you didn't care. And your daughter told you she was going out to buy pastries for herself. Yeah. You can't handle my strongest pastries, traveler. My strongest pastries would put you in the ground. That's what she needs. Oh no. Oh boy. This is gonna be spicy. Okay. Am I the asshole for telling my husband he was a negative amount of common sense? Or has a negative amount of common sense? Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. No. We going here. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, Vandy. Don't you worry. My 30F, husband, 32M, has a tendency to do things that really stress me out. So much so that I feel like I'm constantly coming across as a nag because I always have to say something to him or correct him. I have a theory that it's because his mom did absolutely everything for him until he was 29 and he never learned any real life skills. Oh, wow. Here we go. Oh, no. Some examples of this are him overloading the dishwasher. Come on, brother. Don't do that. And breaking dishes as a result. He places raw, uncovered meat directly in the shelves of the fridge. He opens bags and boxes of snacks by ripping them so they can't be resealed. There are so many others I can list. This is one thing he keeps doing that is sending me over the edge, though. He stays up later than me most nights, and after I go to bed, he lights every candle we own, turns on 3 different wax burners, then goes to bed with them still going? I've brought it up as a fire hazard many times, and he doesn't get it. It's gotten to a point that I have to set an alarm at midnight to make sure I get these things put out, and I'm sleep deprived as is due to taking care of our baby. I finally snapped a little and woke up my husband to complain. As always, he doesn't understand the fire hazard, and I responded by telling him he has a negative amount of common sense and asked him, is there anything that your mom did teach you? Because you have the life skills of a kindergartner. Oh, God. Oh my god. Wow, she is slapping him something fierce. He said I was bitter because... Oh. Oh no. Oh no. He said I was bitter because I wasn't loved right by my parents and I was too mean, then went to sleep on the couch. Oh. Not the asshole. Not the asshole, not the asshole, not the asshole, not the asshole. Your husband is trash. If you cannot teach him, throw him out. This man is unhelpable. This man is unhelpable. Okay, let me be real with you. When my wife and I started living together, I was pretty fucking useless. I'm not gonna lie. She has taught me how to be somewhat useful. I'm still working on being more useful. This guy sucks. No, I don't think that OP is an asshole. I think that she was at her wit's end. Understandably, as she is taking care of a small child that is going wah 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 and pooping itself and pissing everywhere and like she is still teaching me to be useful. What? Teaching? No. I'm still working on the being more useful thing, you know? Like doing household chores and stuff. And I'll be real, it was a lot easier when I worked from home because now when I get home from work, I am like completely wiped. But so like, you know, when I was working from home, I would like vacuum sometimes or like do the dishes or like get dinner prep done early, you know, that kind of stuff. So I would be, you know, feeling more like I was contributing rather than just being like, I contribute money. You know, there's a difference between a man-child that can learn things as fast as a child can, and then there's a man-baby. Yeah, this reeks of a man. Period. But also reeks of a man that has been. I hate the term "mama's boy" because it's so derogatory. But like, cause like, you know, I'm a mama's boy. I love my mom. She's great. But like, I feel like the term "mama's boy" when it's like you're a mama's boy and it's because your mom did everything for you and you've learned nothing about how to survive in real life. I feel like that term is applicable here big time. Yeah, your husband sucks, lady. Your husband's a garbage lord. And I feel bad for you. Girl, why are you still with this man? Pack him up and send him to his mother's house until he learns to be better. But keep the candles, because if he burns down her house, he's going to move back into your house with his mother-in-law in tow. Also, please don't insult kindergartners, not the asshole. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there could be that, too. Yeah, it could be helicopter parent, you know? Like calling the college to see how her son, or soon-to-be senior son, signs up. Yeah. Dude, big poggers for you, Liza. For real. That's the way it should be, you know? The job of a parent should be to like, pass on the knowledge of how to be a useful adult instead of, like, doing everything for their kid. Because if you do everything for your kid, you don't teach them shit, you know? Why did she marry baby Frankenstein? Who stays up late surrounded by lit candles? This shit drives me... Like, okay. The shit this guy is doing is not only a health hazard, but it's just straight up fucking stupid and inconsiderate. Raw meat on a shelf in the fridge? Okay, honestly, what she should do is be like, yes, there's raw chicken on the shelf. Let me take the chicken out to make something with it, and then I'll roll the apple that he's going to eat tomorrow and all the chicken snot. Yes. What a wonderful idea. We can marinate the apple in the chicken garbage. And then maybe he'll fucking learn. Don't actually do that if you're trying to teach somebody something, because that's really just going to cause problems. But it's funny to think about. I'm horrible at seeing when floors, rooms are dirty, so in hopes Snaffy won't kill me, I try to help as much as I can with the kitchen, since it always needs something done, and it's fairly obvious, so even my blind... Yeah, see, okay, I suffer with the same thing. So, like, at least with ADHD, there's this, like, well, I've seen people describe it as, like, buttons. Like, sometimes you just don't have the button to press to get a task done, but if somebody talks to you about it, they, like... give you the button to then be able to press to be like, I will now do the dishes. I will now do the mopping. I will now do the sweeping. That kind of things. You don't marinate your apples in rare chicken? No. No, I don't, Charms. I absolutely do not. Although, for some reason, the term rare chicken is giving me like a little, you know, like just that little buh. Yeah, compared to uncommon chicken. What about legendary chicken? Do you marinate your apples in legendary chicken? Oh my god, she is Marge Simpson. All right. Am I the asshole for letting my daughter cry for 15 minutes instead of fetching her tablet? Oh boy. Context. 6 years ago, my wife was laid off. She struggled to find a new job in the following months, and we couldn't afford raising our kids, 2 boys and 1 girl, with my salary. An old client offered me a well-paying job overseas, so I took it. Last month, I came back after I agreed with my company to work from home, and they made the legal arrangements for it. When I was overseas, I'd talk to them every day and visit once a year. Whenever I was with them, I could notice that my wife was spoiling our daughter. I'd talk to her about it, but she'd tell me she knows what she is doing and that she's the one raising her every day, and there's no harm treating our little girl like a princess. This is not starting off well. Our daughter is now 9, and she's still our little girl and will always be till the day we die. She's not exclusively that and will need to start relying on herself more. When I came back, I found out that my wife has been doing her homework. My teenage boys told me that Mom bought their sister 3 iPads that she smashed when having tantrums in the last year and bought her a new one 2 months ago. If our daughter asks for something, she will not stop crying until we get it for her. She'd literally be sitting on the couch and start screaming water until someone brings it to her. If she forgot her tablet upstairs, she'll order her brothers to get it for her, and if they refuse, she'll start crying. Yesterday, she tried doing the same. I ordered my boys to stay still and told her to go fetch it herself. She kept crying for 15 minutes. I was hugging her all the time and comforting her. When she stopped, I told her that she still has to get it by herself, but I will follow her if she wants. She was still annoyed, but replied saying that she's a big girl and can fetch it by herself. When my wife came back from an errand, I told her what happened. Instead of supporting me, she was angry at me for letting her cry and told me that I was an asshole who preferred to let his girl cry for 15 minutes instead of taking 30 seconds to help her. I didn't expect that reaction from her. I told her that she's ruining our daughter, and if she... And if we keep treating her like that, we will raise a pathetic person who can't rely on themselves for the simplest thing. I told her that she needs to stop doing her homework, and instead we should guide her to figure out the answers by herself, and we should also make her do the chores her brothers did when they were her age. She replied that I was welcome to keep being an asshole to our daughter, but she'll keep treating her nicely. She warned me not to cry or feel guilty when my daughter grows up and wants nothing to do with me. The last thing I want for my daughter is for my daughter to despise me, but at the same time, I want her to grow up to be a strong, independent woman. We aren't going to be with her for the rest of her life, and even if we were, it's important for every adult to be able to fend for themselves. Okay. No, sir, you are not the asshole. Your wife is a level 10 Omega ass. I often wonder what happens in the mind of a parent who does this. Like, what is it that has caused you to go down this road in life? That this is what you think you should be doing for your kids. Yeah, Mom needs to get her shit together. I don't know if she's just like... Did you go away and she just started, like, taking morphine on the regular and is just, like, out of her mind all the time? Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, dude. Like, I just don't know what the fuck happens to people where they're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to turn my kid into a useless person. Yeah, oh, my God, I know. The moment this kid gets, like, anywhere... Oh, my God. I mean, this kid is going to start resenting her parents the moment somebody asks her any questions in school and she can't answer them. And then they're like, you answered this on this test or on this piece of homework. Oh, dude, I'm sorry, Sponge. This is crazy. Yo, if time is 9:22 p.m. Thank you, Vandy. So I am going to be going a little later because I do have tomorrow off. So... we are going to be going a little longer this evening. I have to understand what some people are saying here. Let's see. Not the asshole, but there needs to be some serious intervention here. You had to hold and comfort her while she cried. I can bet you she doesn't do this nonsense at school, and you and your wife need to stop this immediately. Hold her and comfort her while she cried because she couldn't be arsed going upstairs to retrieve her iPad at 9 years old. Are you serious? Girl needs a real shift in reality. OP needs to stop with the immediately... stop with that immediately, although he is not the asshole as he understands just how bad it is going to be. He has the right idea. OP's wife is asshole, though. She needs a right... yeah, she does. Holy fuck. I don't... like, that's just fucking wild, man. Some of these are just so nuts. Am I the asshole for asking my sister-in-law not to talk too much about her job in front of my daughter? Oh, no. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I can only guess as to what this person is going to be. I'm going to guess stripper, sex worker. So, actually, those are one and the same. Influencer? Yeah, influencer could be another one. This is one of those things where it's like, all right. I think it was Zeratul that said it really great. Yeah, streamer. I think it was Zeratul that said it really great the other day. I would be more upset, or if somebody was like an evil hedge fund manager who was like, I take money from children's cancer foundations and give it to people who don't fucking need it. I would ask somebody like that not to talk about their job in front of my kids before I would ask somebody who's in the adult industry to talk about their job in front of my kids. If I ever had kids, which I'm not going to, because I know I'd be a terrible parent, so no thanks. Oh... she's an Instagram influencer? Oh, no. Your third one was right. Let's go. Throwaway, as I don't want this to be connected to my main. My husband's sister, Melissa, is a social media influencer. She is quite famous and has a large following, and at times gets commissions from popular makeup brands. She recently shifted to our city. She is really sweet, and my 13-year-old daughter, Anna, adores her. For some background, Melissa has gotten lots of grief from my in-laws in the beginning of her job, beginning of her job choice. She is a high school dropout and didn't have any job for a long time, while my husband was really successful at school and then at his job. Melissa is really good at work, or at her work, to the point that she earns at par with her brother, and now her family has finally accepted her choice of work. Anna is really into makeup, and Melissa often gives her tips and tricks. Previously, Melissa has started telling Anna about how she became successful after dropping out of school. Oh, fuck. And you only need confidence to succeed, not a degree, and that what you study at school doesn't really have much value in real life. Please don't do that, dude. While I agree that education is not everything, based, Anna is very easily influenced and takes things at face value. 2 days ago at dinner, she spoke about how she hates school and wants to leave as soon as she can. I don't have anything against Melissa or her job, but I don't want Anna to resent school and undermine the importance of education because dropping out of school doesn't work for everyone. Yesterday, I called Melissa and told her that maybe it would be better if she didn't talk too much about how studies aren't that important in her job, as Anna is at a really impressionable age. Melissa got offended and said that no one respects her job and I am insulting her intelligence. I thought that Melissa was taking things to a stretch. As I hadn't even mentioned her job, she cut the phone and isn't answering anymore. Am I the... No. No, you're not the asshole. Okay. It's one thing to be like, hey, I dropped out of high school and I'm successful. You are not everyone. If I dropped out of high school, I have no fucking idea what I'd be doing right now. But I went to college, got a degree, and now I'm a successful accountant who's making a pretty good amount of money. So school worked for me, school works for a lot of people, and also it's nice to have a well-rounded education because honestly, and this is going to sound like the dumbest shit ever that I'm about to say, it sucks when you're in a conversation with people and they mention some shit you don't know because you didn't fucking finish high school and didn't bother to learn anything else after that. For real. At least finish school so you have it as a backup. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. Even if you fucking hate it, just finish it. Just finish school. Just finish high school. After that, do whatever the fuck you want. You know? Make your own decisions. Yeah, no, self-education is one thing. And I will say the United States education system is bad. Partially because of underfunding, And also partially because of just a really horrible, outlook on how education should work. It's all about memorization here instead of, like, actually knowing shit. Which fucking blows. But it still gives you important information for the rest of your life, which is also one of these things that really fucking pisses me off. When people are like, oh, we should be teaching kids, like, farming and shit in school. We shouldn't be teaching them math. And it's like, do you not understand that math is part of everything? There's literally nothing that math does not touch. Like, even if you're doing agriculture and farming, math is a huge part of that. Like, at least learn the basics. You don't have to learn all this fucking advanced, like, calculus and shit, but it can help. Yeah. I think that, like, honestly, the United States education system needs, like, serious revamping and, like, building from the ground up. But for real, and I will always have this opinion because of basically my dad, as he put it, your education is the only thing no one can take from you. They can take your dignity, they can take, your wealth, they can take, your reputation. They can never, ever take your education from you, ever. It is untouchable. No, I don't think the OP is an asshole. Because for real, what this person's sister is doing is telling this kid, you should do what I did because I'm successful. And not really thinking through the whole thing of, like, yeah, you hate school because most kids in the United States hate school when they're in it. And they don't realize the value of it until later. Like I did. I didn't realize the value of it until much later either. Yeah, but here's the thing. You can have the same opinion as the sister-in-law without forcing it on a child. That's the part that makes her the asshole to me. The fact that she's forcing it onto a child. Well, not forcing it necessarily, but she knows that this kid is impressionable and likes her, so she knows that this kid is going to take her opinion, like, to an extreme degree. No, she's not. Forcing is the wrong word, but she understands that this child is, like, unduly influenced by her, and so isn't really considering, or is considering, I don't really know one way or the other, but either way, it sucks that she's doing this. Society is forcing normalcy on... That doesn't mean shit. I'm sorry, man, but that doesn't mean shit. What is normalcy? What is normalcy? No, that's fine. That's the other thing. See, if she had said that, if she had said, you could do this, but also understand that there are other paths out there, and it's usually best to have a baseline, because if you don't get that baseline, it makes things harder for you later. And I know that that's also, like, basically a Republican argument, and I hate that, because it's also just how our capitalist society is built. That people don't necessarily care about, like, here, take this test and tell me exactly, like, figure out these problems, and we'll talk, This one is fairly complicated, but I still think that the sister-in-law is being a dickhead. For not even taking the parents into consideration whatsoever and, like, influencing this kid one way or the other, Yeah, give examples of, yeah, I achieved this, but not everyone does so have a backup plan. Exactly. Like, okay, one of my favorite examples is Trent Reznor. Motherfucker has a degree from MIT. And he was like, I'm going to make music. And then he did, and he was successful. But he had MIT as a backup, right? So there you go. Yeah. They're, like, even if... So, okay, the people also, I think, view high school and, like, not lower education, but, like, high school and down as, like, oh, you're just, you're trying to teach people to, like, get into whatever fields and whatever. No. The whole purpose of it is to give you a baseline of understanding of how things work. Unfortunately, we don't do such a great job of it in the United States. In my opinion, we need science literacy more than anything because, like, have you seen how people vote? Not everyone can afford that, though. Can afford what? Wait, I agree with you, but things in school have their value. Okay, if you're talking about... Well, let's see. I don't actually know how paying for school works in the United States. My understanding is that our taxes go towards it for public school. No. I'm not... See, but Trent Reznor, the reason I use him as a backup, as an example is because he went above and beyond for the baseline thing, right? So he had that as a backup no matter what. But chose to make music instead. Right? So, but you don't have to have that. Even just having a high school education gives you a baseline, so long as you pay attention, right? And I know that sometimes, like, you can always say, oh, there's bad teachers. Sure, there are bad teachers. So what? So what? How does that prevent you from getting the baseline? Like, you got the textbooks, right? Anyway. Yeah. Well, the other thing is, like, okay, I also get a little nervous when people talk about self-education, because a lot of times when I hear somebody, and I'm not saying this is you, Majestic, but sometimes when I hear people talk about, like, self-education, then they start getting to things and, like, they start pushing QAnon crazy shit, and I'm like, oh, okay, hang on. Like, when self-education turns into do your research, then I'm like, nope, we're done. We're done. No more of that, please. But yeah, like I said, I don't think that that's what you're referring to. I think you're actually referring to, like, you know, learning these subjects on your own, or, like, you know, if you look up, like, you know, you go on to Reddit, or not Reddit, but you go on to Google and you're like, how to do calculus, you know? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, his history. Well, I am also a little sussy about history self-education, because I don't know if you know this, but there's a significant portion of conservatives right now that believe the party swap around Nixon never happened, and that the Civil War was about the North being pricks and not the South having slaves. Well, it's not even that history is written. I mean, history is written by the victor, but, like, you can still suss out the reality of it, right? Well, see but that's what I mean. See, you say they're not actually educating themselves, but they believe they are, because they're looking at stuff that someone that they believe is an expert, who also educated themselves, is saying. Like this Dinesh D'Souza piece of shit, you know? Or like Benjamin Shapiro, or like fucking Charleston Kirk, or whatever the fuck these assholes are called. I don't remember. He's got like a small face and a big head. I don't remember his name. I think it's like... Yeah. Why? What the fuck? Isn't his name like Benjamin Shabibo or some shit? I don't know. You've never heard of him? Referred to him? Okay, well, there we go. I would be pissed if somebody encouraged my kids to drop out of high school. I don't care if they go to college, but they at least need to compete or complete their high school. Yeah, see, I agree with you, Liza, 100%. Like, at least get that baseline education. Because for real. Like, yeah. Giving him more respect. No, I think that he's a piece of garbage. Let me make this very clear. All these conservative talking heads that I'm talking about, they are idiots. And they are what morons think smart people sound like. They are idiots. And if you disagree with me, leave a like on the video that's going to be on YouTube. No, okay. Oh, dude, gelato. Poggers. All right, let's get out of this conversation. Let's move into more of this shit. But I will just close in saying education's important. Get it. Don't fuck around. There you go. Am I the asshole for pitting my ex's family against her after finding out why she's not coming to our son's graduation? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yes, very, very much hold my beer. My son is graduating in a few weeks. His mom, my ex, was supposed to fly in to be there at the ceremony. He hardly gets to see her since she moved across the state with her partner. So he was looking forward to her being there. I'm very proud of him and know how much of a big deal this is. Due to his learning disability, he struggled a lot in school, so for him to be graduating with all A's is a huge thing for him, so of course he'd like her to be there. Dude, that's sick. My ex informed me that she won't make it. When I asked her why, she said because her partner is graduating from college with her bachelor's that she went back to school for. They're just a day apart from each other, so she wouldn't be able to fly here and be present to go back home in time. I cannot express how much this angered me. We had a full-on fight about it because I asked her why does she care more about her partner's graduation than being present for our sons when she knows how much he wants her there. We talked again once things cooled down, but nothing has changed. My son is still upset about it after their talk. His grandparents want to throw him a graduation party, which my ex said she will attend, but he told everyone he doesn't want her there. Okay. My ex-in-laws were calling me, demanding to know why my son doesn't want his mom there. Oh, for fuck's sake. They were mad, acting like it was something I did or maybe said something bad about his mom in front of him. After telling them the real reason, they directed their anger at her for deciding to skip out on it. She's been coming at me for being spiteful, telling them something that wasn't their business to know about. I could have only said there was personal reasons that they don't need to know about and left it at that. She's calling me an asshole for making her family turn on her when she only wanted to support her partner overcoming something huge as well. And she would have been there at my son's graduation party the following weekend. And yes, she's right. I could have not said anything at all, but I didn't like them acting as if it were my fault and not their daughter's. My son's snowing. Okay. This is weird. Yeah. So this is, you are not the asshole, sir. You're not the asshole. Let's make that clear. Your ex-wife, though. I understand being torn between your partner and your kid, but the terror should only be momentary, and then you should be like, oh, my kid. Yes. Go to the kid's graduation. And the fact that she asked you to lie. That is a dickhead move. The way I view things, if you don't want the truth of something getting out, you should probably reconsider your stance on that. Right? Like, if I was this lady and I was like, I'm uncomfortable with my parents knowing that I did something shitty, that's on you and not your husband or your child. Yeah. It's like, okay, it's great that you found this new lifestyle, and I'm glad that you found yourself and everything, but, like, your kid is really fucking important, and your kid is, you know, your partner will understand. Or at least I fucking hope your partner would understand. If your partner doesn't understand, goodbye. Good fucking bye. Yeah, child should always come first. Yep. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, exactly, man. Like, that's a huge milestone for your child, you know? Yeah, exactly, dude. Oh, actually, you know what could be? Her partner may not know. What if her partner doesn't know? So, okay, two situations possible. Her partner doesn't know, in which case, asshole meter goes way up for X. Other situation, partner knows and is encouraging X to stay or go to the partner's graduation, in which case, both are assholes and you were meant for each other. Enjoy the rest of your shitty life together, you fucks. Yeah. They got divorced, and she has realized that she is not of the straight persuasion. She's gay, I guess. At least that's the way it's sounding. But there's more. Let's see. His mom, ex. They must live in a you know what? They probably live in somewhere like Texas, where it's like fucking huge. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, like this is big asshole moves, dude. I mean, not OP. OP is fine. OP is fine. But the X here is just... You know, I know that finding a partner can be really hard. Or California, that's true. I know that finding a partner can be really hard. And a lot of times you just have to fish through a garbage bin and find the least stinky piece of rotten fish. But don't settle. For fuck's sake. Please don't settle. It's like, this shit... And some things can be worked on. Some things can be worked on. Like, there are so many stinky fish. There really are. And I really feel for ladies because there are a lot of very, very shitty men on the planet. Yeah, same. Unless I was, like, forced to in order to, like, to survive and live, you know? Yeah. No, dude, men are fucking terrible. Like, honestly, patriarchy has done no favors for men. At all. It's really just made us all worse. It's made more work for us as well, and, like, an unbelievable amount of work for women. Or gay men. You know, whatever. It's made a lot more work for the spouse or partner. You're the God particle. I don't know, man. I don't know. What is Vandris, do you want to weigh in on what Zombie's saying? All right, let's see. Am I the asshole for calling my sister-in-law a disgusting witch? What are we all talking about? We're doing some not the asshole. You boy, Nachito. How you doing this evening? This gelato was really good. Dude, gelato was fucking sick. Stop. No? All right, my brother recommended me this sub. I, 22 female, have been with my husband, Dominic, 24 male, for 6 years and am married for 8 months. Some background info. He has an older sister, Juliana, 26 female, who is very, very opinionated. For example, she considers me Fatty Patty. Her words, I'm 5'7" and 130 pounds. That is not... What? Okay. This is already not looking well for sister-in-law here. She happily told me that when I was dress shopping. When my sister confronted her, Juliana said it was just an opinion and not to take it personally. Fuck off. She also thinks my cat is ugly and so on. Fuck you, asshole. Okay, let's finish reading this so I can actually make my final judgment. But right now, your sister-in-law sounds like a piece of shit. Juliana is married. Her boyfriend of 3 years. Marrying her boyfriend of 3 years. I'm really surprised that he's lasted this long. No, you don't. No, you never bring in somebody's pets to this. Unless, listen, the only thing you say about somebody's pet is that they are wonderful and sweet. If you want to bitch about somebody's pet, out. Go. Leave. You're gone. You're gone. You're gone. I'm always going to be on the side of the animal, though. Juliana is marrying her boyfriend of 3 years, Jerry, 42 male. Jerry has 3 kids from his first marriage, 15F, 10M, and 5F. For some context, Jerry is Caucasian, and his ex-wife is Filipino. We are also Caucasian. Juliana came to my house uninvited the other day ago with her parents to discuss wedding plans. As she was going along, she casually says, I don't know how to tell Jerry I don't want his daughters in my wedding. I asked what she means. She then tells me, usually mixed kids are beautiful, but his youngest daughter is ugly. Oh, the oldest is too fat for the type of bridesmaid's dress I want. His son is at least cute enough to have in the wedding. When I tell you I was shocked, I was shocked. I honestly seen red and said, they are kids of F words. For fuck's sake. His kids clearly adore you, and that's what you say about them. You are a disgusting witch. Everyone was dead silent. Juliana then burst into tears, calling me a heartless fat bitch. Her parents followed her and left. Dominic asked what was wrong with me and how dare I disrespect his sister. I asked him if he heard what she said about the kids. Dominic just shrugged it off and said, well, it's not like she directly said it to the kids. What the fuck? He has been giving me the silent treatment and says we'll talk when I apologize. Oh, fuck. I left to my brother's house. Bro agreed with me, but his friend said Dominic had a point. No, he does not. No, he does not. No, he does not. My sister-in-law says I'm not wrong, but I shouldn't have stooped to Juliana's level. Am I the... No, 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 no. No, 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 you are not the asshole. No, 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 no. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right, Liza. Flaying is the only option. It's the only way to go. Is it against the rules to suggest break up with No. No, it's not against the rules. I mean, Gilded Mecha, we have just suggested flaying this person. Or at least flaying the sister-in-law. So breaking up with Dominic is no big deal. I mean, they're married, right? Yeah, yeah. Ah. Okay, let's read this wall of text. I want to say thank you to everyone who commented on my post. It helped me so much more than I could ever imagine. I wish I can give you all a virtual hug. I want to keep this short and simple on the current shitstorm that's happening. I seen on Facebook that Dominic was out of town, so I immediately went home. Guess what? He fucking changed the locks on me. Thanks to our 6 year... He changed the locks. Thanks to our 6 years, I know that Dominic has a bit of a not checking the windows and doors at night. Thank God the garage door was unlocked. I honestly didn't even want my stuff anymore. I just grabbed my clothes and shoes. If anyone is wondering, I, of course, grabbed my chonky boy. His name is Sleepy, if anyone is curious. As you can guess... Wait, he fucking kept the cat from you? As you can guess, it doesn't look like he's been fed since I... What? I took my stuff to my brother's and decided to bring Sleepy along with me on the drive to Jerry's parents' cafe. Halfway through, I started breaking down and stopped at a McDonald's. Sleepy, being the amazing boy he is, helped me calm down. I decided to group text Dominic and my in-laws. I let Dominic know we are over. I told Juliana she's a terrible, insecure person and told my in-laws shame on them for enabling this behavior. Not even a minute later, and my phone started blowing up with calls and texts. After 30 minutes, I finally got the proof that I needed. My mother-in-law texted the group chat her exact words, "What is wrong with you? Are you really still mad at what Juliana said about the kids? Get over it. It's not like she said that about you. This is her wedding, not yours. Please get therapy before you apologize to us." I put my phone on silent and continued driving to the cafe. To my luck, Jerry was outside, cleaning tables. I asked him to help, and he said, "Do you want me to take you to the hospital?" When I asked him what he meant, he said Juliana called me saying I was having a psychotic breakdown and to be careful. I decided to show him the post and thread first. He looked really confused until I showed him what my mother-in-law texted. I never seen such a pale person. He thanked me for showing him and went inside. After that, I turned my phone completely off. I went back to my brother's, and I just crumpled on the couch. 6 years of my life gone to a fraud and his crazy family. I wanted to unalive myself on... Oh, Jesus. Yeah, don't say that. My sister-in-law made me breakfast, and we watched movies together. Wait, your sister-in-law. About an hour ago... Oh, right, her brother. About an hour ago, we heard pounding at the door. It was Dominic and his family screaming at me to come out. My sister-in-law immediately called the police. Worst part of it of all was Dominic took Sleepy. He brought the legal work showing that Sleepy is his. After the police escorted them away, I turned my phone on. Juliana was blasting me all over social media saying I ruined her life. Jerry broke up with her. Thank God. According to Juliana, his oldest daughter is making lies that she said rude things to her. The best part, according to Juliana, his psycho ex showed up at her house wanting to talk. My DMs are full of nasty messages from their extended family and friends. The only good thing I seen was a DM from both Jerry's oldest daughter and her mother thanking me. I feel like complete garbage and I just want to end things. I hope things get better. Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God. Oh. Oh. Yeah, man, my heart breaks for this cat. My heart breaks for this cat. OP, you're not an asshole. The only thing that makes you an asshole is that you didn't claw this man's face off to get your cat back. I don't... Honestly, okay, let me just say this. If this motherfucker brought a bunch of legal paperwork showing that he owns like, okay, if I was in her situation, this guy's like, I own Sleepy. I would keep the cat with me and say, take me to court then, fucker. And when I show them that my cat was emaciated and starved when I came to pick them up, there is no way in fucking hell they'll let you have him. Go fuck yourself, dickhead. Same. I hope that cat escapes. You could actually go to jail for what? Taking the cat? No. Yeah, the police can try. Because honestly, here's the thing. The police can't enter your house without reason. Went to jail for a month? Wait, hang on. This is going to sound callous, but is your friend a person of color? This is not defending what happened. This is more of a admonishment of what happened. Because it seems to me that if your friend is white, that seems like bonkers. If they're black or Hispanic or like any other race of color, like sadly it makes more sense because judges are fucking racist. Oh God. Okay, yeah, that's more context. Having cop friends. See, this is the other thing, man. Just don't fucking date cops. Don't date cops. Don't date cops. For real. I'm sorry if any of you are cops out there and you're like, I feel offended. Understand that while there may be some cops that are nice, There are a lot of cops that are fucking trash. And will use their positions of power to get what they want, including abusing other people. Yeah, see? Jesus fucking Christ. God, I really hope she posts another update that's like, I got the cat back, and I shot this man. With a BB, not with an actual gun. Like, you know, shot him in the ass and made him be like, "Ow, no, my butt." Yeah, no, not actually. I don't actually want anybody to die. I mean, I kind of want this guy to like expire of his own bad health practices, but yeah, I don't want anybody to kill anybody else or hurt anyone else. But I want that man to go to a fiery, horrible place and be flayed forever by demons. I'll say that. Yeah. Thanks for the ladder. My dad knows someone who has a cop's son, and she can get away with stealing cars by saying that other people's cars... What the fuck? Ugh. Man, fucking... I have problems with wishing death on people because I don't actually want real harm to come to people. Like, the only time that I have trouble keeping wishes of harm out of my mouth is when animals are involved. For real. Like, poor Sleepy, man. Poor Sleepy. Yeah. We are on Twitch as well. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but yes, we are on Twitch as well, yeah. Yeah. What the fuck? Alright, there's... Oh, no. Oh, boy. We're getting into some crazy shit now, I think. Am I the asshole for refusing to give a dog back to my ex's affair partner? No, certainly. No wishing death on people. No. It's more just like the like gut reaction of like, I hope this person gets something bad happens to them. Like that just happens sometimes where like, if somebody's like, I hit a cat, I'm like, I hope you die. I don't actually want people to come to harm, but for real, when you cause harm to an innocent creature, I have no sympathy for you. So I guess what I should say is, if something bad happens to this person, I will feel no pity. No pity whatsoever. I will feel only positive about this. I will feel that it is comeuppance. Yeah. If karma kicks him in the ass, that's fine. I am not going to influence karma in any way. I want to make that clear. Okay? And by influence, like, I'm not going to do anything. You know? Yeah, but there's time to fix that. There's always time to become a good person. Karma who? Just voodoo? Yeah, exactly. Get a voodoo doll. Just, you know? Time, yeah. There's plenty of time. This thing that's passing right now. You need the energy? Okay. Alright, so am I the asshole for refusing to give a dog back to my ex's affair partner? My 35X36M came out as gay last month and admitted to having an apparently years-long affair with his coworker. His affair partner had a dog that he basically dumped on us several months ago, back when I just thought he was my former husband's good friend coworker. He said he didn't have time for it, and could we please just take it temporarily? Since my husband was always working late, yes, in retrospect, there were so many red flags, I ended up being the primary caretaker for this dog. I'm the one who walks it every day, feeds it, it even sleeps in my bed. Well, now they want the dog back and are angry with me because I said no. They are claiming I'm being bitter, even insinuated I'm homophobic because I'm not supporting him coming out, and that the dog belongs to his affair partner. Except the dog has been living with me for close to 6 months now, and I've been paying for everything during that entire time. My ex is texting me constantly, demanding that I give them the dog. I know I'm mad at him, but I love this dog, and honestly, the dog is the only good thing in my life right now. Am I the asshole for refusing to give the dog back? No. No. Okay, let me tell you about a story that it involves my wife. All right. There are some ways you want to be a good person, and some ways you don't. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, just hide it. Yeah, okay, so here's the thing. My wife, long ago, when she was very young, her, as she described it, her boon companion, Floyd, her cat, of many, many years, showed up at her house. She had never seen the cat. And, she was like, okay, I'll feed you and stuff. And then they, became inseparable. She thought he was a stray. Because he was, emaciated, not cared for. A year and a half later, this girl, named Floyd after Pretty Boy Floyd the gangster, because he's a killer, but he's so damn pretty. Because he was a very pretty cat. Like a Russian blue with, a little bit of white here, and then, little white paws. Oh, so pretty. So this little girl shows up at my wife's house, and is like, you stole my cat. I want him back. And my wife was like, fuck no. He showed up at my house, completely unfed, with mats in his fur and, ticks and shit. No. You are not getting this cat back, you disgusting little psychopath. And of course the girl was like, I'm going to tell my parents. Guess what happened? Nothing. She had that cat for 14 years. Yeah. Yeah. In my mind, this is one of the things that I hate about the United States legal system, is it views animals as property, not as a living thing. And that shit pisses me the fuck off. Because, situations with this other previous thing where this guy was like, I'm taking your cat. If we treated the animal like a living thing that it is, then we would look at it as, who is going to be the better caretaker of this creature? Rather than who has the legal paperwork. I mean, I can't be the only one that thinks like this. I would hope. Because, for real, this shit, it just drives me fucking nuts, man. If you're going to have a pet, you are to be the steward of that creature's health. And to take good care of them. Alright. Am I the asshole for allowing my parents to see my baby? My wife has had 2 miscarriages and a stillbirth. Oh, no. And so, when she got pregnant for the 4th time, I did my best to support her and any of her strange requests that she... You're already starting off pretty bad, buddy. When you call it a strange request, you're being kind of a dick. During the birth, she didn't want anyone who wasn't a medical professional in the room, including me. That's fine. And that's her right, by the way. I wasn't too happy with this. Doesn't fucking matter if you were happy, because I really wanted to see him be born. But it's her birth and her body, so I went out without a complaint. Good. Afterwards, you've done the bare minimum. Congratulations, Slappy. Afterwards, she stayed the night and didn't want anyone other than me around. Also makes sense. Both sets of new grandparents had been scheduled to come around, but I called them and said she wasn't ready yet, and so they didn't. 2 days after we came home with the baby, and she still refused to allow anyone around. I understand that a new mother is going to be very protective over her child. However, these are our parents. Oh, fuck, dude. Oh, my God. She has a complicated relationship with her parents, so I don't mind her placing restrictions on them, but my parents are incredible and so excited for the grand... It doesn't fucking matter, brother. It doesn't fucking matter. So I decided to tell my parents that they could come over and see the baby. I didn't consult my wife because I knew she'd immediately shoot down the suggestion and be in a mood for the rest of the day. How the fuck did you think this was going to make her feel, you moron? They came over with gifts for my wife and the baby and are absolutely ecstatic. My wife seemed genuinely really happy. My mother gave her tips, and my wife looked relieved to be free of holding and feeding the baby for an hour. When they left, though, her attitude immediately shifted, and she started yelling at me, which, of course, set off the baby. For disrespecting her wishes, but he's my baby, too. We both have a child now, and my family deserves to meet him. She yelled at me about her grief over our... Jesus fucking Christ. And I didn't grieve him, too. It's why I was so excited for my parents to meet our healthy boy. Now she refuses to talk to me, even though we're trying to care for it. You are such a piece of shit. A child is not a toy to be shared. I am not a parent, and I understand this. Uh... Please, somebody else tell me that they agree with me, because I'm like, I know I already saw this part where it says asshole, but like, for fuck's sake, man. Okay, let's lay it out. Yeah, well, not only does mother's fears are warranted, but she has had several experiences previous that did not. I'm trying to be delicate, but I also don't want to like underplay the situation. Several miscarriages and a stillbirth. She is going to be cautious with this child, understandably, which at some point, if that starts turning to helicopter parenting, that's going to have to be addressed, right? Yeah, the baby is 2 days old. 2 days. Mother has just gotten her stuff stitched back together, right? Because, like, let's be real, things get ripped up. That's just what happens when you give birth to a child. Like, if that doesn't happen to you, congrats, you're really fucking lucky. But for most ladies, that's not how it goes. Okay? Like, you need stitching and other stuff. At least according to what I am aware of, anyway. So... yeah. Well, so... Jesus Christ, this is a tough one. I feel like we need to also go through some of these, like, weed out these particular kinds of things. Exactly, man. Exactly. Yeah. Dad is an asshole and should have fucking waited. Like, I understand thinking, like, you know, you may think that she's having some unreasonableness, but in that case, you are fucking wrong. It's unreasonable when this continues past the point where the child can, like, you know, function on its own. Okay? Or, like, walk around and, like, pick stuff up and put stuff in its face without choking itself. You know? Yeah. Yeah, this guy is, like, giga asshole. Mega fucking just piece of garbage. Yeah, exactly. She just made a tiny human out of herself. What she says goes. Like, I will never understand this shit where husbands are like, but it's my kid too. It's like, did you do any of the labor? Did you do any of the hard stuff? No. Then fuck off. Like, yes, being pregnant or, like, you know, just having a kid doesn't make you, like, the lord of everything. But at least have the common sense to treat what's just happened with the exact respect that it deserves, which is your wife just pushed another human being out of herself. That is going to take its toll on a human being. And also, she's already done enough. Like, just respect her fucking wishes. Like, treat your wife like a fucking human being. I will never understand why this is so fucking hard for some dudes. Treat your significant other like they are another human being. Instead of just a thing to be, you know, like, oh, well, sometimes you let me put my dick in you. Like, that's not what relationships are. If you can't treat your significant other like another human being, and with respect for their wishes, then I'm sorry, but exclude yourself from society, please. Go find an island in the middle of somewhere and just exist there like eating bugs, please. You're the asshole. I understand you're excited to share your baby with your parents, but she just went from carrying a child for roughly 9 months to a medical procedure to dealing with the post-pregnancy pain and hormone shifts. You did not. She's grieving on top of that, and you decided to go against her wishes and show off your baby anyway? Are you serious? Yes, you're the dad, and yes, it's your baby too, but you lack the general concern for your wife's well-being and are completely dense to how she must be feeling. Jesus Christ, dude. Yas. Yeah. Holy fuck, man. Oh my god. It's just, okay, so this is another example. Like, alright. My wife and I will watch, it's a yas for me, Queen. Yeah. My wife and I will watch, like, Emma the Asshole videos from time to time. And there was one where this woman was like, my husband pointed a gun at me. It wasn't loaded, so he says. But when I freaked out, he couldn't understand why. And I immediately turned to my wife and paused the video and was like, I want you to understand, I will never, ever point a firearm in your direction knowingly for any reason. Because this guy was making a joke. Like, if you have half a fucking... No, if you have, like, just a sliver of a brain, you should know, never point a firearm, loaded, disassembled, or otherwise, at anyone unless you plan to shoot them. Exactly. Always treat every firearm as if it is loaded. And never shoot it unless you intend to destroy what you are shooting at. Ever. Ever. Scooting him from the delivery room is odd, but suggests something more going on. Yeah, I think it was partially like COVID, and also she just like... I can kind of see her perspective. Well, actually, I can totally see her perspective. But I think what it may be going through her mind is like, if this happens again, she does not want to have the like, you know, she doesn't want to blame him. Like, it's your fault that this happened, you know? So excluding him from the room helps take that away. You know? Yeah, never point a gun at someone. Yeah, never. All right. Am I the asshole for dumping intense medical details on my friend's mom? So I, 22 female, am infertile. It's kind of a long story as to why, but the short of it is that I was pregnant. Oh, man, I really hate these, but here we go. Damaged my body so badly I had to have a full hysterectomy. Oh, fuck. So I can't have kids, but I have never wanted them anyway, so it isn't a big deal to me emotionally, for the most part. What does great on me is when I tell people I'm not having kids and they push me about, oh, for fuck's sake, man. I don't already tell them I can't have kids usually because that is personal and seems unnecessary. Recently, one of my friends got engaged, and at the engagement dinner, family and close friends, the topic of kids came up. Eventually, the conversation turned to me, and my friend's mom asked me how many kids I wanted. I gave her the typical answer, oh, I'm actually not having kids, and expected it to end there. It didn't. Instead, she pushed me, saying things about how she was sure I'd changed my mind that she didn't want kids when she was younger either, etc. My friends started looking pretty uncomfortable at this point because they know about my infertility. Eventually, after trying repeatedly to obfuscate, change the subject, etc., I told her even if I wanted kids, I can't have any, and then proceeded to tell her why in great detail, including the pain I went through losing the pregnancy after all of it. Obviously, this made dinner very uncomfortable. I chose to remove myself and politely told my friends goodbye. Since I left yesterday, I've gotten a barrage of text calls from my friends telling me what an asshole move that was. That I didn't need to share such personal info. I don't think I'm in the wrong here, mostly because my mom had plenty of chances. Her mom had plenty of chances to drop the subject and leave me alone, but she chose to push instead. My inability to have children is my own thing, and it pisses me off that people won't just leave me and my childlessness be. But I did share some pretty grotesque stuff, so am I the asshole? No. This is another thing. Stop prying into other people's business. Yeah, fuck around and find out, dude. It's none of your fucking business how many kids somebody's gonna have. You know? Or, like, if somebody's gonna get married, or if, you know... Like, okay... Yeah, just stop asking. I don't know why this is still a thing. I don't know why the fuck this is still a thing. Like, Gen Xers, if you're out there, stop being boomers. Stop acting like fucking boomers. I know that they poisoned your goddamn brains. You know, they poisoned all our brains. But you have the ability to take the poison out. Do it. You are not the asshole, madam. You are 1,000,000% not the asshole. Why Gen X? Because it's typically Gen Xers who are still doing this stuff. Gen Xers and boomers. Also, what is it, who's it after Gen X? Is it Gen Z? No, millennials. Yeah, and elder millennials. I should also include elder millennials, because I know that there are lots of us as well that still do this shit. Stop doing it. Stop it. Stop. Stop it. Stop. And yeah, honestly, like, in situations like this, where somebody just keeps prying and prying and prying and prying. I am never against the nuclear option. Like, honestly, if somebody is going that whole hog into like, oh, but you have to tell me, you have to tell me, you have to tell me. Fine, I'll tell you in every fucking detail, and then when you feel uncomfortable, you have no one to blame but yourself. And if somebody's like, oh, you could have handled that more diplomatically. No. There comes a point, like everyone has a threshold. And if you cross that threshold, you can go fuck yourself. Especially when it's something sensitive like this. Like, if you're like, you know, if somebody's just asking you about cheeseburgers or some shit, you're like, ah, blah, blah, you start, like, saying some fucking garbage shit, that's on you. You're being an asshole. But, like, if somebody's asking you about something sensitive and then they do, like, you know, and then this shit happens, that's your problem. Yeah. I understand. Listen, I'm an elder millennial. I get it. You know, I also have to, like, I struggle with this shit sometimes. But I'm just saying, like, now, at a moment of clarity, I'm saying just don't. Like, think about it before you do it. Thankfully, I've never known Kurai to do any of this shit. Ever. Thankfully. You know, the people in my friend circle are there because they're not trash. You know? Zillennials? No. Elder millennials, because it makes it sound like elder gods. Yeah, she kept knocking on the door, so he answered, yeah. No, that word should definitely not exist. Am I the asshole for not wanting to share a room with my future sibling? No. And when I say no, I mean no, you're not an asshole for taking a day off for menstrual cramps. That shit will fuck you up, dude. Oh boy. Oh boy. Am I the asshole for not wanting to share a room with my future sibling? I honestly don't know what to do anymore. My parents won't listen, and it's infuriating. Here is my story. I might be adding updates. I'm not sure. I, 16 male, share a room with two of my younger siblings, 13F and 8 male. My twin brother gets his own room. I never thought it was fair that he got his own room, but I've come to peace with the fact that he is my parents' favorite child. Oh, fuck. I can't blame them. He is smart, talented, and really good looking, but I am not sure if I can keep that peace anymore after yesterday. Oh, shit. So yesterday, my pregnant mother called us off for a meeting. She said that a new crib was coming tomorrow and the baby would sleep in my room. Me and my younger sister just got the feeling that something wasn't right, and I told my mom that my room had 2 other people in it, and it was already pretty crowded. My mom, however, refused to listen to me and said that we had the bigger room, and it's only fair that her and my twin didn't have to have another person in their room. My sister said it already sucked having 2 boys in her room, and a baby wouldn't make it better, but my mom said my sister was making excuses. And having the bigger room means more responsibilities. My dad took my mother's side and told us that it's their house. It's wrong there, but okay, you're 16. Their house, and when we're... Okay, the grammar is killing me, but when we're 18, they aren't the bosses of us anymore. Okay, I'm usually pretty calm in these situations, but I couldn't contain how pissed I was. It was impossible to get any privacy in my room. What is another child going to do about that problem? I called my parents lazy asses for not moving and proceeding to go off on... Oh boy, how they cared so much for my twin, but not me. I said a lot of stuff that was probably not true, but it made me feel better for a time period. Oh, for fuck's sake. Update. First of all, thanks for the silver, and for my update, me and my sister are considering getting permission for my aunt to have custody of us, because she didn't like the idea of me getting emancipated. Okay. You are not an asshole for not liking the living situation. Your parents are definitely assholes. You are a little bit of an asshole because you called your parents lazy asses. But really, that's a soft one for you. Because your parents sound like shit. Yeah, same. Yeah, the room size does not come with obligations. Yeah, this is the parents projecting... actually, you know what? I take it back. This kid's not the asshole at all. It was kind of shitty to call your parents lazy asses, but your parents actually sound like garbage. So really, you should have hyped it up and been like, your parents are pieces of shit. Yeah, justified asshole greater than asshole. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Blue Crayon. You get it. You get what I'm trying to get at. So you're like Batman. You're the hero that you need. Someone needs? You're the hero someone needs. There you go. Yeah. This is your parents trying to give you parenting duty. And that's garbage. That's a no for me, man. Whew. Yeah, that's also true. Yeah. It's red flags all over the place. Yeah, this is red flags all the way down, man. All right, let's go to the next one. Tell them to quit having kids. For real. For real. Like, tell dad to get snipped. You know? Like, why, man? Like, okay, it's none of my business how many kids people are having, but like when it gets to this shit, stop having kids. If you can't if you can't care for the child enough, stop having them. That's not to say that like every kid needs their own fucking room, but also like maybe you should be separating it by sex. Or whatever, you know? Like, have the two twins sleep together. And then also have... not sleep together that way. You know, like, sleep in the same room. You know what I mean? And then, like, have your daughters sleep in the other room. You know, that way, lady stuff is with lady stuff, dude stuff is with dude stuff. You know, you don't have this other shit where it's like, you know, you have this small lady who is going to be going through her menstrual cycle soon... And then you have, like, her brothers being dickheads to her about it, you know? Like, that shit, just fucking, why? Why do people do this shit? Just have the best interest of the child in mind when you do things, for fuck's sake. Yeah, that's also sad, that he knows his brother is the favorite. That's just fucking garbage. Just why don't people have the best... You know why? Just people are narcissists, and it drives me crazy. Just stop it. Just stop it. I know you want to have a bunch of little yous running around, but when it's bad for the little yous, it's bad for everybody involved. Including you. Am I the asshole for not wanting to share a hotel room with my coworker? I, 23 female, just started a job at a large-ish organization. 3 other people started at the same time in the same department. 2 men and my coworker, 27F. Next month, we are going on a 6-day training trip to a different office in the same company. It is a 2-hour flight away in another state. My boss, 30-ish female, has informed us that on the trip, the 2 men will be sharing a hotel room, and I will be sharing a room with my female coworker. My boss will have her own room. I think this is really weird, and have told her I would be more comfortable in my own room. It's not a non-profit, and I don't think that this company is particularly strapped for cash. I also am currently getting a graduate degree at night remotely and plan on doing that while away, so my own room will help me focus and attend class. Boss is aware of all of this. My female coworker is nice and we get along so far, but I still don't want to share a room with her for 6 nights. She doesn't seem to have an issue with it. We're hourly workers and will not be paid overtime or for any travel. We are taking a 2-hour flight on the weekend. Both are both there and back. Or any hours outside of our regular hours. I don't think I'm asking for a lot, but my boss has made me feel like I'm the weird one for wanting to spend 6 nights with, or not wanting to spend 6 nights with a woman I literally met 2 weeks ago. I've reached out to HR, but they said they can't really help. I can't afford my own room, but don't think I should have to pay for my own room. Am I the asshole for giving my boss a hard time about this? I don't want to start off on a bad foot with this job, but also just feel really weird about it. This is some weird shit, dude. Yeah, just abolish favoritism. Just abolish favoritism. No, your boss seems like a bit of a prick. You are not an asshole for wanting to not be sleeping in the same room as somebody else when you have other shit going on. And that should have been a consideration when they put this together. But your boss is clearly not thinking about anybody but themselves. And thinks that, but I'm the boss, so I get to do what I want. No. This is, again, a case of, why would you not just do what is best for everyone? Yeah, you can only Vandy is subject to favoritism. That's it. That's the law. That's the law of the land now. Only Vandy is the favorite. Everybody else is equal. So there you go. May not be boss's choice. But it seems that it is. It seems that it is. At least the way that they're phrasing things. Yeah, see, my boss has made me feel like I'm the weird one for not wanting to spend 6 nights with a woman I literally just met. What a Vandy. A Vandress. If I wasn't getting overtime and travel pay, I wouldn't be... Yeah, honestly, that too. If you're like, you got to travel, but we're not going to pay you for it. Like, fuck you. This is some fucking bullshit, dude. Go fuck yourself. Am I the asshole for telling someone I'm not paying for an Impossible Burger? Oh, well, look at this. You bet your ass. Am I the asshole for talking back to my husband who keeps calling me an asshole for venting to him? Oh, no. Am I the asshole for implying someone I met could have it? Nope. We're not looking at that one. Am I the asshole for making my sister-in-law pay above average rent for one bedroom? Oh, boy. Am I the asshole for refusing to let my parents see my children after they went to my ex's baby welcoming ceremony? I don't know what the fuck any of that shit means. We're going to skip that one. Oh, no. Making a big deal about a burger, huh? Yeah, it may not be much to do, but also, like, you know, plus it sounds like the person that she was going to be rooming with was also like, yeah, get a different room. That makes sense to me. The SIL has lore. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right, am I the asshole for telling someone I'm not paying for an Impossible Burger? I took my son out for graduation celebration with the rest of our family. I took his girlfriend out, too. I was going to pay for everyone's burgers, but she ordered an Impossible Burger that was even more money than real meat. I thought that was stupid and told her to pick something else on the menu, like a grilled cheese. The grilled cheese was on the kids' menu, but I thought it was stupid for a fake burger to cost more than a real one. My son got mad at me and said, "You know what, Dad? Forget it." Him and his girlfriend left. Okay. My wife got mad at me saying it was over $2. I think my son's girlfriend shouldn't have gotten the most expensive burger out of the rest of us. And she was disrespectful, and my son was disrespectful because... Are you for fucking real, dude? Are you for fucking real? Like... YTA. Big fat YTA. Big fat YTA. You see this big ass thing right there? With the big orc face that says, am I the asshole? Yeah, you're the asshole, motherfucker. You're the biggest fucking piece of shit in that entire room. Yeah, for real. It's not like you guys went out to like some place that had like, you know, surf and turf and then she ordered that and then didn't fucking eat it. Like, it's not like she's milking you for money. She ordered an Impossible Burger probably because she doesn't want to eat meat. I also kind of feel like he's leaving out that she's a vegetarian. You know? Because then he's like, why don't you just order a grilled cheese? Because that's a vegetarian option. So he's literally bitching and complaining about $2 fucking, man. Good lord. Yeah, does everybody like the starting screen? Don't offer to pay if you're going to... Yeah, exactly, dude. Don't offer to pay if you're going to bitch about paying. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? You got brainworms? This man has brainworms. This man has fucking brainworms, for real. I don't know where he got them. He might have gone to CPAC or something, but he has brainworms for real. Like, you invited them out, yes. Did you put any limit on what they ordered? No. So how is that disrespecting you? You're the asshole. You embarrassed yourself here. I bet your son and your wife both think less of you now. You come off as cheap and insecure and kind of pathetic. This. Kids meal grilled cheese, too. It's just like trying to be as much of an asshole as possible. For real, man. For real. Fuck it. What a garbage lord. What a fucking garbage lord. I feel like a lot of the people that post on here that are labeled asshole are just these dudes that, like, they have main character syndrome for real. And, like, I don't even want to call it that because it makes it sound like it's almost excusable because their behavior is not excusable in any way, shape, or form. They are just fucking asshats. Yeah, for real, dude. For real. Okay, I gotta give you guys the other intro that I was gonna do. Just remind me before the stream ends, and I'll do it for you, just so you know you can have that in your back pocket. Because I felt it was gonna be pretty good, but I also like the judicial one, you know? All right, so, am I the asshole for talking back to my husband? First off, if you have to call it talking back, that feels a little fucky to me. Calling him, who keeps calling me an asshole for venting to him. Hello, 32 female here. Having been married for almost 7 years now, have a toddler too. I've never been the soft-spoken type of girl-women my entire life, despite the fact that I was brought up in a very traditional Indian family. But I'm not a rude person and never had problems with making friends. It's just that I have low tolerance for sexism. Like you should have a low tolerance for it. Give us the other intro before stream it. Thanks, Vanders. Thanks. Like women's places at the feet of their husbands. Okay. That sounds like a very reasonable take, madam, that you have low tolerance for sexism. You just shouldn't have any, honestly. I basically take care of everything at home, besides having a job of my own. I cook 3 meals, take care of the kids. It was full-time at home because of online classes, summer holidays. Deals with the kids, tantrums, gets laundry done, takes care of my in-laws who recently moved in with us to get treatment for my mother-in-law. I won't ask my in-laws for help to manage things at home. They're old people and already has a lot of health issues. I'm too tired at the end of the day after handling both home and my work. Never does my husband even think about helping me. His routine goes like this. Wake up, sit in the washroom for an hour scrolling through his phone, get ready and leave for work, and come back by 10:30 p.m. In the night, work for 12 hours, have dinner, repeat washroom exercises, and then sleep. I'm fed up of this, as you should be. I get angry and talk back, complain, fight about this. Still, everything is my responsibility. On top of it, I have to listen to my father-in-law complaining about my cooking. Oh, for fuck's sake. He doesn't like anything I cook. My husband never complained about it and loves my cooking. I can't go on like this. My work is also getting affected because of this. I spent half the day in the kitchen trying to cook that everyone... Oh my god. Since I talk back or says something or whine to my husband about all of this, he calls me an asshole. He says that pretty much on a daily basis. I've already told him he needs to stop saying that because... No, okay, I'm not even reading this shit. You are not the asshole. Your husband is a piece of shit. And his dad complaining about this is a piece of shit too. You shouldn't have to put up with this shit. I'm sorry. Your parents, like, these people sound like fucking pieces of garbage. Yeah, he's a deadbeat. This guy sucks. Kick him to the curb. Send him to the Shadow Realm, man. Send him to the Shadow Realm. The fires of Mount Doom. Toss him in with a ring. Alright. Am I the asshole for making my sister-in-law pay above average rent for 1 bedroom? Here we go. I am 100% being petty here, but curious if I'm actually wrong. Most of my husband's family think I am being childish and need to let the past go, and my sister-in-law can't afford this, but her behavior towards us in the past makes me feel this is warranted. Oh, boy. Yeah. Honestly, she said traditional and that she's also from India. I feel like you're right, Mother Trucker, that she's... Unfortunately, she's not going to get anywhere with this, which is really unfortunate. We can hope that she gets somewhere with it and doesn't have to deal with that shit anymore, but here's hoping, man. 2 years ago, my house burnt to the ground after being struck by lightning. Thankfully, it was during the day, so our 3 kids were at school and my husband and I were at work. We lost everything, but we were safe. It took almost 11 months for the insurance to pay out. Oh my god, the insurance covered 1 month worth of hotel stays, but after that we were made to fend for ourselves, and the only option we had was to move in with my sister-in-law. She tells us we can have her spare room and her office space, since she used neither of these rooms, and her stipulation was we needed to purchase all of our own food and pay her $100 a week. By week 3, all of that changed. She then decides we need to pay her $250 a week, and we can only use 1 room. So all 5 of us were crammed in the smallest room she had, which was the size of a glorified closet space, and didn't even fit a twin bed and a small dresser. So we lived out of trash bags and slept on the floor for close to $1,000 a month, some months, and still had to purchase all of our own food, despite her claiming my children on her food stamps. She also had no bills outside of her land tax, $450 a year, electric and heating oil, which she hardly ever filled. So we were essentially paying her so she could do leisure activities. It was the worst 8 months of my life. Holy fuck. 3 months ago, my grandmother decided that she wanted to go to assisted living after a fall and transferred the deed of her house to me and basically said it was mine now. It is a 5-bedroom farmhouse. My boys insist on sharing a room, so we have 2 extra bedrooms. Well, my sister-in-law lost her house last month due to not paying her land tax for several years and asked if her and her stepdaughter could stay with us until they get enough money to move down south. I said, sure, 1 bedroom, $800 a month, and you have to buy and cook all your food separately because my daughter is vegan. She looked at me like I had 10 heads and said that she and her stepdaughter should not be made to share a room when there are 2 extra rooms, and stated she cannot afford to rent of $800 while purchasing all of her own food on top of it. I said neither could we, but we managed to cram 5 people into a glorified closet space while you were getting $1,000 in food stamps. Take it or leave it. She decided to leave. Again, I'm being told I'm childish. Am I the asshole? Yes, but you're Batman. You're Batman. Your sister-in-law was being a garbage person, and now you're giving her a taste of her own medicine. While you... I don't want to tell you what you should do. But the nice person thing to do would have been to not... I don't need to explain this to you. You all understand this. I'm just talking for no reason now. I think you all are going to agree with what I'm trying to say here. She's Batman. That's it. She's Batman. She just gave her sister-in-law a little punch in the face. You know, a little pow, zip, bam. Yeah, exactly. She would have just taken advantage again. Yeah, nice person thing to do is just say no. Exactly. Just no, you can't stay here because I hate you. Not the asshole. It's $250 a month for the room and $750 a month for you having to see her stupid face every day. You're giving her an 80% discount on the rent because she's family. I love that. Oh, yeah, exactly. This is the other thing. When family is like, oh, you have to, we're family. No, I fucking don't. I don't have to do shit for you. I ain't got to do shit for you. Like, just because we're family doesn't mean dick. You know? Money also for demanding that my obese adult son loses weight if he wants to live. Oh, nope. Actually, you know what? That's going to turn to fat shaming. I don't want that. And I don't mean like you guys are going to fat shame. I mean like I'm going to read that and I'm just going to be mad. Now I want to go to my parents' wedding reception now. Am I the asshole for refusing to maintain a relationship with my stepmom? That sounds like it's going to get a little hairy. Oh boy. Am I the asshole for agreeing to take some of my sister's kids? What? Okay, we're going to do this about the dog and the burger. Am I the asshole for making a big deal over a burger? Today I went to a barbecue birthday party for my family friends for a family friend with my parents. They had burgers and some Italian sausage with peppers and cheese inside. I have a dairy allergy, so when they asked who wanted cheese on their burger, I and one other person said no, we just wanted plain burger. There was this kid there, Mark, that I've encountered before. He's 5 or 6 and kind of a brat. He's the kid that will stick his fingers in the cake before it's cut, and his mom thinks it's cute funny. Oh, for fuck's sake. When Bill, the person that was grilling, asked about who wanted cheese, Mark said, yes, cheese please, and the only other person that wanted a plain hamburger was another adult. When food was served, I went to wash my hands. When I got back and started fixing my plate, there were only cheeseburgers left. I must have had a confused look on my face because one of the hosts asked what was up. I said, there's no hamburgers left. Bummer. Since Bill said he was making some, she said, no, Bill definitely made 2 burgers plain. Then she asked if someone took a hamburger that was supposed to have a cheeseburger. The other adult that wanted one said they asked for one. Then Mark's mom said, well, Mark said that he told Bill he wanted a hamburger too. I rolled my eyes and said, I heard him tell him, yes, cheese please. He definitely said he wanted cheese. Other people backed me up. His mom said, well, he's a kid. He must have changed his mind, and he already has it. So just eat a cheeseburger. I said, I can't. I have a dairy... Jesus Christ. I have a dairy allergy. She said, well, then I'll take it back from him, and you can have it. I said, you know I'm not eating something some kid had on their hands all over. Besides, he already took a bite of it. Never mind, forget about it. This is what happens when parents don't pay attention to their kids. I took some chips and salad and went and sat by my parents. I guess Mark's mom talked to my mom, even though I'm actually in my 20s. And said, accidents happen, it was a misunderstanding. I didn't have to make a big deal out of it. My mom said I should just have let it go, and it's partially my fault for taking so long to get food because I was washing my hands. She said I didn't need to make a big deal and insult Mark's mom's parenting. I said, well, she wasn't watching her kids, so that's why it happened. I was hungry, and it was her fault. My mom said, still, you don't tell someone else how to parent their kid, especially when you don't have... No. That is a cardinal sin, madam. That is a cardinal sin. You don't... Okay, listen. You get to tell people how to parent their kids when their kids are being garbage, and you're not doing shit about it. If you don't want people to tell you how to parent your kids, then parent your kids. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. You know, I used to flip-flop on like, oh, you know, can someone tell another person how to parent their kids? I don't know. And now I'm like, no. If they're not parenting their fucking kids, you get to do it. And you get to do it however the fuck you want. I mean, don't get physical with a kid, ever. Never get physical with a child. That's just like legal problems, and then also like, why the fuck would you? Like, they're a small child. You know? Get the parents involved. Jesus Christ. God damn. Like, and this is the other thing. You know, this woman, like, oh, just assuming my kid's fine, whatever, you know, oh, it's okay, you could just eat a cheeseburger. No, she has an allergy, you fucking asshole. Yeah, exactly. You don't have the right to tell somebody how to dress their kid unless their kid is, like, you know, I don't know. You can say whatever the fuck you want, but also be ready to accept the consequences of what you say. How's that? How's that? Not the asshole, and your mom is a huge asshole. I'm sick of the "you're not a parent, so you get no say" line. I'm not a cook. Does that mean I'm not allowed to say I don't like the food that is served to me? I'm not a waiter. Does that mean I'm not allowed to say that Tommy Wiseau is a crap writer? It's easy to tell when someone is a shit parent, and they deserve to be called out on it. Thank you. Thank you, Derek Scott. Am I the asshole for telling my aunt that I love my dog more than her? This is pretty long. Let's go. Please be patient because my English isn't my native language. That's okay. It is my native language, and I fuck it up all the time. So like whatever. My grandmother can't walk and needs help. This means all her children take turns in caring for her when her in-home nurse isn't available or on holiday. Turns are such that each of her children take care of her for a whole day every 2 weeks, or half a day every week. Okay, we don't need to know this. Annoying situation, yes, but a 6-year-old took the wrong food. Perspective. Yeah. Well, also, like, I mean, this is one of the other things. That person was like, oh, this kid's a brat. Like, okay, whatever, man. You know, yeah, some kids are annoying, so you tell them not to do something. And then if the mom's like, you can't tell my kid what to do, then you can be like, yeah, I can because your kid is fucking irritating. Like, whenever somebody starts off with, like, oh, the kid's a brat, it's like, okay, this is only your perspective. You may be like me and you just don't like kids. You know? Like, children make me uncomfortable because they do and say shit that's really fucking weird. And they're inconsistent, and, you know, like, my brain likes consistency. So, yeah, I don't like kids. There it is. They make me uncomfortable. I don't, like, hate your kids or whatever. I just, you know. I just don't want to deal with people's kids. That's all it is. It's kind of like with people's dogs. I don't want to deal with your dog. Just keep your dog over there. Not everybody wants to pet your dog, so, like, letting them off the leash, that's not a smart idea. That's not a smart idea. Because all you need is for your dog to get, like, excited about somebody and then try to jump on them, and then the person punches your dog. And then you have a whole bunch of problems. You know? Kids are basically just dogs that learn how to talk. Right? And then hopefully eventually learn how to support themselves. Parents, am I wrong? Am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong. Because I also have the opposite perspective, which is that dogs are just kids that never learn how to talk. You know? It's the same amount of responsibility, except, you know, you have to pick up their shit for longer, I guess. Anyway, the day after Christmas, it was my aunt, 61F's turn. She said she was happy about doing it because she wanted to spend the holidays with my grandmother anyway. My mother, 60F, and I, 30F, offered to go to and bring the food. This way we could spend a bit of quality time with my grandmother, and my aunt wouldn't have to worry about cooking. My mother and I asked my aunt at what time she wanted us there, and my aunt said, when you want, before lunch. Lunch in my country is usually 1 p.m. or later. So we cooked on Christmas Day. Sadly, in the morning, it started raining pretty heavily. This seems like a lot of background for this whole fucking thing. Our dog, who is a true gentleman, firmly refused to go for his walk until it stopped raining. Around 9, we managed to walk him, and at 10:30, we were at my grandmother's house with the food for everyone. You're not wrong? All right, thank you. I feel better now. And my aunt went absolutely insane. She called me and my mother irresponsible. She said that she really didn't mean it when she said we could come whenever we wanted, and we had to get there earlier. She said my mother never really cared for her family. My grandmother was confused as she didn't understand the reason behind all the arguing. I was confused as I didn't expect to be attacked. When we explained we couldn't walk the dog earlier because of the rain, finally my aunt declared in front of my grandmother that we love our dog more than we love my grandmother. I didn't say anything earlier, despite the verbal abuse, but what I said then was, I don't love my dog more than Grandma, but I sure as hell love my dog more than you. At this point, my aunt just smiled and was apparently satisfied that she was right about us all along. At 1 p.m., we sat down and ate the food we prepared in silence, and after that, my aunt left, leaving my grandmother with us. Since then, we went no contact. Relatives are a bit split about who is the asshole here. What I said wasn't kind, but my aunt is often abrasive and aggressive, especially towards me and my mom, and I couldn't take it anymore. The other day, my mom saw her again after so many months and said she looked calm and normal. I don't trust it, but my mother said that I have to stop being no contact with my aunt because in the end, I was a bit of the asshole, and my aunt is her sister after all. Oh, Jesus Christ! Here we go with the fucking but their family argument. I don't really regret saying what I said, as my dog never called her a bitch for wearing her makeup. What the fuck? And has never told me I will never have a family. Or that my dad died. What the fuck? Oh, wow. Okay. If your aunt has truly done these things, your aunt is a piece of garbage. If I'm understanding this post correctly, you came late to this thing that you were supposed to be at 1, and you showed up 8 hours later. If you had called your aunt ahead of time and told her, like, we haven't walked the dog, we really don't want to come home to him pissing and shitting everywhere, I think that would have made things better. You're both kind of assholes in this case, but way more on your aunt's side and you just a little bit. You just need a little more consideration for other people. Doesn't matter if your aunt's a piece of shit. Just try to avoid the conflict by calling ahead and being like, hey, we're going to be super late. Sorry. How hard is that? It's not hard at all. Maybe I'm misunderstanding, but they weren't late. Wait, they weren't given a time. Wait a minute. Oh my fucking God. I misunderstood. I thought she was saying they didn't show... I thought they were saying, show up at 1, because she gave like an idea of when lunch was. And then they showed up at 9 p.m. But that's not the case. They got the dog walked by 10:30 and all that shit. And then they showed up at 1 for lunch. Okay, hang on. I forgot to bring them food. This is a way they could spend a bit of quality time with Grandma, and my aunt wouldn't have to worry so much about cooking. My mother and I asked my aunt what time she wanted us there, and she said, whenever, when do you want before? Oh, before lunch. Before lunch. Okay. No, this has changed my mind. You are not the asshole. Your aunt is a garbage lord. It's not like you made a promise to be like, oh, we're going to come and cook for you and do all this other shit. No, your aunt is a garbage person. Yeah, this is fucking ridiculous. Yeah, exactly, man. Your aunt is a fucking piece of garbage. What? Am I the asshole for going against my mother's wishes on singing in public? Oh, Jesus. Oh, boy. Am I the asshole for going against my mother's wishes on singing in public? I 21 or 23F, recently have gotten into singing at karaoke bars. Singing is something I've always been passionate about since I was a little kid. I've even dreamed about myself on stage. When I was 6, I would pretend to throw little concerts for my classmates at the schoolyard. Last month, I entered a singing competition at a bar, and though I didn't win, I was told that my voice is really great and have potential to make a job out of it. I have accrued many business cards from the opportunity and feel confident I could make something out of it if I worked hard. However, my mother is extremely against me singing in bars. She believes I'm going to get drunk and then taken advantage of or kidnapped, but I've been to bars before and I'm always responsible. What the fuck is going on right now? Yeah, for real. No contact is the right end result for that. I recently graduated from college with a liberal arts degree and admittedly struggling to find a job at the moment. I've decided to work at Starbucks to get my master's paid for by the company so I can eventually work in my field. Realistically, my singing would just be a hobby on the side. I got a phone call yesterday from one of the judges asking me to call another woman who was looking for a paid singer for their band. Okay. When my mother heard this, she went ballistic on me. She screamed and said I worked hard in college just to end up singing in a bar, that I was stupid for believing them, and that I would get human trafficked. I am 23 years old. I'm allowed to attend bars. Not only that, she disrespectfully put up her middle finger while I was on the call and cursed at the woman, causing me to have to run into the other room. After the phone call, she kept going at it. She even told me to delete her on Facebook and remove our graduation picture as her PFP. In a moment of rage, I told my mom she was being paranoid and that I'm an adult. My mother has made the issue about her and said, "You make me feel terrible. I wish I could disappear. How could you do something like this?" She then cried all day yesterday and completely ignored me. She is still ignoring me right now and acting sulky. This made me feel terrible in a I'm not agreeing to the rest of this. Your mom is a fucking weirdo. Okay, if this is true, your mom is a fucking weirdo, not the asshole. We're done with that one. Like, yeah, I mean, there are some of these that sound like somebody's just like, second comment is on point. I'll take your word for it. I couldn't read any more of that. I was just like, I'm done. I'm done with this. This just sounds like classic asshole moron shit. You know? Like, your mom is just being a piece of shit. Sorry, an asshole. She's a YTA. Am I the asshole for saying how putting your SO as a priority is normal? So I was gathered yesterday with my girlfriends. Oh, okay, I understand. This is girl with girlfriends. Got it. Mom used to sing, so it sounded like she had some bad experience. Oh my god. Ay. If you read the edited edition, the mom has her own unresolved issues about... Oh, for fuck's sake. God damn it. We were having a general discourse at some point in the relationship versus friendship topic came up. Mind you, I'm in a relationship for the last 3 years, and we are about to get engaged soon. Are you? 2 of my 5 friends are also in long-term relationships. So anyway, while this topic came up, some of our friends said how they don't get the logic behind people always prioritizing their SO. That's significant other if you don't know. Use that logic that if, as a friend, I've known you longer, I should be more important to you and our friendship is more significant. Also, of the logic that partners come and go, but friendships are forever, and a friend can exist before and after a romantic relationship begins and ends. This sounds like a bunch of idiocy. Okay, the friends who are in long-term relationships try to explain how, in their case, they don't believe they're yet at a stage where they feel like prioritizing their significant other, but they might or might not get at that point one day. What the fuck? Yeah, this is exactly what I'm saying. What you just said, Vandrus. This seems like fucking... What the fuck is happening? I explicitly said that it's completely normal to prioritize your significant other. They tried to twist my words and said, so let's say you meet a guy now and you're dating for 3 to 4 months. What exactly is it? Why exactly is it fair for this guy to be considered above your close friends who've been there through your ups and downs for way longer? What the fuck? I explained how I'm not talking about new relationships or short-term ones, but relationships that are long-term and have a high level of commitment. And okay, this is hurting my brain. This is hurting my brain. If you want to be my lover, you got to get with my friends. Hell yeah, man. Okay. I'm going to power through. Let's go. That are long-term and have a high level of commitment and either lead to engagement or marriage naturally take priority. They then said, so your boyfriend of 3 years is more important than your friends of 10 years. And I said, yes. My friends who are in a relationship tried to change the subject, but the other girls insisted how it's ridiculous, and I am an asshole who lacks self-respect, and I don't even have a ring on my finger yet. Then as we left and we said our goodbyes, they said, go enjoy your night with a more important person than us, because I'd go home to my boyfriend. Yeah, I'm with you, Blue. This sounds like high school bullshit, man. Like, notice none of them ever mention their ages. They just say that this person's been with somebody for 3 years. And like they made a point of saying we're out having drinks, which to me means like, no, you weren't. You're in the United States, and you're just like, ha ha ha, we drank soda, we're having drinks, tee hee. Like, no, you're not. This is some fucking high school bullshit, man. This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. You're literally trying to codify personal relationships. Good fucking luck. That's not how this shit works, man. Yeah, high school stuff just mutates. Well, here's the thing, man. I feel like in some cases, high school stuff certainly will continue because, like, people are just idiots and they'll just do dumb shit or, like, think dumb things. But I think it's partially because, like, high school is when, you know, your interest in other people becomes, like, physical. And, like, that causes a lot of drama and stupidity because hormones are everywhere and they cause problems. This is... you're not even assholes, you're just idiots. You're all just idiots. You're not assholes, you're just morons. You have been judged. YTM, you're the moron. No, actually, wait, no. Yeah, actually, no. ESH works here, too. Everyone's stupid here. There you go. Not everyone sucks here. Everyone's stupid here. I'm not reading this one because that's just going to make me mad. Oh, boy. Yeah, ESH means everyone sucks here. Yeah, yeah. Although in this case, it means everyone's stupid here. You're not assholes, you're just dumb. You're just dumb. Also, like, what Vandra said earlier, how the fuck do you know this shit's gonna turn into marriage or whatever? You don't know that? Your friendships can come and go. When people are like, oh, friendships are forever. No, they're not. There's plenty of people that I'm not friends with anymore. It's like they turned out to be cockbags, you know? Or like racists or some other shit. I don't talk to those people anymore. Why the fuck would I? I'm not going to engage in that shit. Get out of here. Fuck off. At the end of the day, you just got to make personal choices about you and the people that you want to associate with. And that includes your significant other. You know, like, for example, if my wife came home and was like, oh, I had a bad day, like, you know, somebody yelled at me, I'd be like, that sucks. But then if, like, a friend of mine was like, yo, some horrible shit happened, like, my pet just got murdered, and, like, you know, all this other stuff, I would be like, yo, sorry, hun, but I gotta go spend time with my friend. And she would be like, no, go and do that, you know? Because we're both roughly intelligent human beings who respect each other and other people for existing. Destiny 2, I remember why you hated this game, is because it's Destiny 2. I'm sorry. What is this long-term friendship? It is those words put together, my friend. It is those words put together. It means what it says. It says what it is. All right. Am I the asshole for telling my ex's fiance where we got married? My ex and his fiance are planning their wedding, and there's been a lot of drama because she wants to get married on their family estate, but his parents are saying no. When I went to pick my son up, she asked me where we had gotten married. She said she saw pictures from our wedding and the venue was beautiful, and since she was struggling to find a venue, she was interested in using the same one. If she had seen pictures, that would have been very obvious to her where we got married, so I didn't want to lie. I told her the truth, that we got married on his family's estate. She had a huge fight with my ex's family because they told her nobody had ever been allowed to get married on the estate, which I proved was a lie. Now my ex is angry at me for causing drama. He thinks I should have lied to her because our circumstances were different, which is why we got married there. According to his sister, she accused them of favoring me, trying to sabotage her wedding and wanting us to get back together. Okay, your ex's fiancé is not an asshole. She is under a lot of stress. But your ex's family and your ex are trash, and you are also not the asshole. You have been judged. You have been judged. Yeah. Dude, like, man. People got fucking busted brains, dude. People got some seriously busted brains. Yeah, exactly. It's like I said earlier in the stream. Why the fuck would you ever, like, make it so that you want somebody to lie? That doesn't make any fucking sense, dude. It just doesn't make any goddamn sense. Just be real about why you don't want them to be there. Yeah, exactly. If you lie and the truth comes out and then you get found out, that's on you. That's not on anybody else. Like, you started this shit. Just tell the truth. Why you gotta be running around being a sneak? It doesn't make any sense. I don't know why it takes people so long to learn this shit. Like, I learned that lying was bad when I was a very small child. Because it's like the truth will always come out, and then it's always worse for you. Just say the fucking truth. Just say the truth. Now you got a zombie? I'm going to ask Vandris right now to throw a dumpster at you that is on fire. You fucking troll. My asshole for telling my BF that I don't want to hear about his feelings about starting paragliding again after 2 major accidents. I ain't reading that. No way. That's what I want-y. Starts prepping the catapult. Fuck yeah, let's go. Is the dumpster me? No, Sponge, no. My asshole for moving out because my mom sold concert tickets to help my siblings. What? I'm 17 female. I have listened to My Chemical Romance almost religiously ever since I was like 7. They're playing in my country in a week's time, and I had 2 tickets bought, one for me and one for my boyfriend. The concert was really important to me, partially because it's been rescheduled twice, and partially because alternative band members don't live so long. What? So may be dead before the next opportunity rolls. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? What the fuck is this? Yeah. I think the spray bottle is warranted here, Vandy. I think you're on the right path. My youngest brother, Jack, 8M, has cerebral palsy and has to wear AFO splints. I don't know what that means. They're bulky, so he can only wear certain types of shoes with them. And the only type he likes are quite expensive. My mom has tickets for Ed Sheeran, and she's just back from a holiday, so she's a bit broke. I assumed she'd sell her own tickets when she was talking about selling tickets. I was very wrong. She sold mine for like double the price I paid as well. They're sold out for the date we were going, and I really don't know when or if I'll get the opportunity again, so I'm livid. I packed my shit last night and went to my boyfriend's, whose parents are more than okay with it. Are more than okay with it. My mom thinks I'm being beyond unreasonable for leaving, that I'm overreacting, that I'm making her look like a bad mother, etc. No, you did that all on your own, lady. Etc., etc. She even got my older sister to ring me and berate me down the What the fuck? I'm starting to feel like the asshole now, even though I thought I was right in the beginning. What the fuck? Edit, I bought the tickets with my own money that I earned since I do in fact have a job and do not leech off my mother. I don't understand why a parent would steal from their child. It's not your kid's responsibility to pay for your other kid. It sucks that this kid has cerebral palsy. Like, I feel for the kid. But, like, if the mom could have afforded this shit while selling her own tickets, yeah. That's also... Well, okay. My guess is this girl was keeping the tickets in her room, and her mom just went in and grabbed them. But I kind of agree with you, Blue. There is some sussiness to this. And every time I see somebody post that they're a teenager, I'm like, this feels like you might have left something out. I don't know, man. Oftentimes, teenagers will leave shit out so that they seem like they're in the right, you know? Because it's like their brain doesn't make the connection of, like, if people on the internet tell me I'm right, then I'm right. Not if people tell me I'm right when I give them all the information, then I'm right, you know? Like, they just want to be told that they're right. Because, like, you know they're going to, like, show this to their friends or somebody, and then, like, oh, yeah, no, definitely, adults do that plenty, too. But I feel like it's much more a kid thing, and it's something that adults should get the fuck over. Because, for real, adults, why would you do that? It doesn't make any goddamn sense. It's just like lying. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Honestly, you don't need to have First Communion, in my opinion. Like, but, oh no. First Communion money is in things that people gave you. Gotcha. I forgot that that's a thing, that, like, people give you money on First Communion. Not, the other way around. This is, so your mom is a piece of work. Your mom's a piece of work. But also you're 17. And, like, so here's the other thing. When she's like, oh, and, like, alternative band members don't live that long. Like, okay, you're putting sauce on it for no fucking reason. Your mom was already a jerk for taking your tickets and selling them. But, like, you don't need to mention this shit. Nobody cares about this. I mean, people care about it, but, like, you know, this is untrue. Yeah. Yeah, if she has a job, she could totally buy the tickets on her own. Yeah. I'm sorry about that, Gilded. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, if it's through Ticketmaster, because I don't even think they ask for your age or anything like that. Money also for disturbing my husband's morning by asking him to watch our son. For fuck's sake, dude. What? Yo, there's some wild shit coming up in here, man. Shouldn't shows have to be a certain age. Ah, that's also true. Yeah. I'm probably just gonna go for these last three, and then we're gonna be done. Yeah, yeah. And they also for disturbing my husband's morning by asking him to watch our son. I'm supposed to go out for brunch with my friends for the first time since giving birth 5 months ago. I am my son's primary caregiver while my husband works. Until 4 weeks ago, when we went to visit family in our home country, husband would help with the baby in the evening and the weekend to give me some time. Since that visit, his mom started saying that baby care is the woman's role, especially if she's not working, which is stupid because I'm on maternity leave. Oh, for fucking Christ. Today, I meant to have the first day off of mommy duties in months. That made me feel a little weird to say. I fed baby, bathed him, and expressed... and got his bottles ready for the day. Expressed. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to mean. Oh, that could be. That could be. Oh, okay. That makes sense. God, dudes, just stop being garbage, please. Husband, as soon as he woke up, husband went into the bathroom and hasn't left since. Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped that. Today I meant to have the first day off of mommy. Oh, no, I already read that. What am I talking about? Okay, anyway. As soon as I got up, I went to the bathroom and hasn't left since. It's 1 hour until I'm to meet my friends, and the place is 45 minutes away. He won't leave the bathroom, and I haven't showered or gotten ready as baby is being clingy, which is normal for him in the morning. Husband is saying I'm being an asshole for knocking on the bathroom door and disturbing his only time to relax during the week, and that I should just figure it out. I don't know what WRT means. Getting ready while having to cuddle baby. I just want to be able to go out and not smell like spit up for one afternoon, but husband says that I'm not being considerate of his tiredness and need to unwind too. Yeah, dude, stop beating your meat and fucking, like, get out of the goddamn bathroom, you vile piece of garbage. You're not vile for beating it, but, like, you're vile for not respecting your wife. This is what I'm talking about, man. Respect your significant other. Stop being an asshole. This dude is just massive. You're the asshole. For the dude. For the lady, not at all. You are totally fine. Not the asshole at all, OP. Not the asshole at all. Yeah, throw the whole man out, man. Oh, you're not respecting my time to be comfortable. Motherfucker, she gave birth to a small human being. Is that what WRT is? With respect to. I think you're right. I think it is with respect to. By the way, Blue, I see you playing Dyson Sphere program. That game is really cool. I like it a lot. Let me know how you feel about it. Why is he beating his meat? I don't know. Because he's been in the bathroom forever, and he's like, oh, respect my wishes. You know? Why is whacking it? Yo, let's go. All the jank. Yes, more power to the jank. Yeah, exactly. Why is he in the bathroom for over an hour? Like, okay, unless the water is running and he's in the shower. But even then, like, okay, when my beard was longer and so was my hair, it would take me like 45 minutes to shower because it would take forever to rinse all that fucking shit out of my hair. But now, I'm done in like 20 minutes. You know? Like, why is it taking you so long, man? What are you doing? You checking your beehole? Is that what you're doing? Are you doing a Tom Cardy? No shit takes an hour. If it does, we are going to get you some prunes. Yeah, for real. Get some prunes or take him to the fucking hospital. That or pick my face clean? What do you mean pick your face clean? What? Why is he not making a single effort for her when it's her one time thing? Yeah, for real, dude. This shit drives me nuts when it's just like, oh, but I need time for me. Like, motherfucker, your wife is already doing more than enough. Pick up some of the fucking slack. Yeah, exactly. Just get it on with your wife, man. Yeah, this is a throw out the whole man situation. This man sucks. Oh, wait. Ever since we got together, he has this weekend morning ritual where he does a face mask and a hair mask and then chills in the bathroom watching Netflix until they're done. And then he shapes his beard before taking a long shower. It never bothered me before we had a baby, and after he stopped doing it. But since we went home, he started again. But yeah, today is ridiculous. It's been hours. I get the self-care, but your wife had this one opportunity to go out with her friends and not smell like garbage. Yeah, exactly. You can do it after she gets home. Like, okay, all right. I have ADHD. I am very much into, like, I need to keep a routine or my brain gets fucked. I am fine with putting off that routine and dealing with some of the brain stupids that happen with me if it's something like this. If my wife is like, yo, I got to get in the shower first. That's fine. That's fine. I'll just lay in bed for a little bit longer, you know? That's not a big deal. I don't understand this, dude. Like, why men be garbage? Just stop being garbage. How hard is it to not be garbage? Yeah, he watches, yeah, exactly. I think it's more Pornhub than Netflix. Let's be real. Am I the asshole for backing out of a vacation our friends hijacked? Backstory. Wife and I go to Disney every year for an anniversary trip. We were also married there. Oh, you're obnoxious already. I know you're obnoxious. So it's fair to assume we're those people. Yep, you know you are. However, we don't focus on our anniversary when we go. Besides dinner, the day of. Just a nice little memory lane thing. Yeah, very good, Majestic. Man, I would have had the kids with me and still done my stuff. And then the wife gets home. If I gotta get... Dude! Yeah. I get you. Anyway, we're all getting older now, and for a while we've always told our friends we'd want to take them and their kids to the parks once they're big enough. Lo and behold, we get approached by our closest friends who basically give the green light they're ready. So we start planning, looking at places, all that crap. Weeks go by and everything's pretty settled out. We know the details, just need to click purchase. Then it's dropped on us. They invited their entire family, and then it's established they won't want to go without their extended family. Blindsided us and brought in some anxiety because of planning. Eventually we did something and said we are not interested in making this a grand family vacation. We're still saying for a while now. Wait, saying for a while now? Well, we've been saying brain is getting a little low on glycogen here. We've been saying for a while now we want to share something we love dearly with our friends and their kids, but this is a little much for us, not to mention the head count makes logistics a nightmare. So we back out of going together and say we'll do our own thing. Now there's awkwardness and tension. I was genuinely upset for a couple of days, probably some wrong interpretations occurring of how we feel about their family. Am I the asshole? Are we the asshole? All right, hang on a second. Told our friends we'd like to take them and their kids to the park once they're big enough. Okay, no, you're not the asshole. You already said... Wait, what is this? Just right, Vandy met me when I was Freak-a-Leak69 on Twitcher. We promised we would say we met over brunch. Oh, shit, dude. Okay. So, all right, you're not the asshole here. Your friends decided to bring their entire extended family because reasons. So, no, that's an easy you're not the asshole. All right. Am I the asshole for going home after I got told to sleep on the floor? We're fighting again. Dude, she's going to throw a fucking dumpster at your ass. Toss a coin to your Twitcher. Internet of plenty. I'll prove this by saying that my husband, 33, has a friend, Carl, 33, who he considers to be one of his closest friends. My husband sometimes calls Carl his nicotine because of how much he misses him and wants to spend time with him. They do everything together. They're even coworkers working the same job. Unfortunately, Carlos's wife passed away from cancer 3 months ago, which caused him to distance himself. My husband felt devastated for him. He recently started spending more time with him and brought him meals and new clothes. You sleeping outside again? Yeah, probably. We planned a 3-day vacation to another state. I made a hotel reservation for 2. Unbeknownst to me, my husband had invited Carl to come with us. This made me upset because it spoiled the entire vacation, not trying to be dramatic. I only found out when he went to pick him up. Wait a minute, hang on. We planned a 3-day vacation to another state. I made a hotel reservation for 2, unbeknownst to me. My husband had invited Carl to come with us. This made me upset because it spoiled the entire vacation. Oh, boy. I found out that he went to pick him up. I sucked it up after my husband explained that Carl is a recent widower who's been wallowing in grief for so long and needed this vacation. The problem is money is tight, and since Carl hasn't worked ever since his wife passed, he couldn't pay for his own room, and we didn't have a budget for it. My husband said we should just share one room, and I again sucked. I again sucked it. I think you mean sucked it up. Sucked it. Sucked it up since he said we'd be out all day on the beach anyway. First night I was in bed when my husband and Carl got back. I got woken up by my husband telling me to get out of the bed and sleep on the What? Sleep on the mattress he put for me on the floor, and he and Carl would take the bed. I asked if he was serious, and he asked what else is he supposed to do. He said Carl was a guest, we can't let him sleep on the floor, and at the same time I can't share a bed with Carl while he, my husband, slept on the floor. I told him I didn't sign up for that. What the fuck do you mean that's the only fucking option? Oh my god. I told him I didn't sign up for this. But he told me to suck it and tried to pull Carl as a widower card. Oh, my God. I told Carl to get out, then got up and got dressed to go home. My husband started yelling at me, calling me irrational, but I wasn't having it. I left the hotel and traveled back home. Carl didn't say anything when he saw me leave, except that I was making this non-issue an issue. Oh, my fucking God. They got back, and my husband refused to even talk about but still said I ruined this for Carl and us and acted aberrantly and disgustingly. I admitted Carl is struggling and I might have ruined this for him, but I didn't even know he was coming. My man, are you an idiot? Like, okay, OP, you're not the asshole, but your husband is just... Why are there so many fucking garbage men out there? I don't understand. I don't get this. Also, I think that your husband and Carl might be fucking. I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, this just feels weird. Like, exactly. Like, why can't Carl sleep on the goddamn mattress on the floor? Why is this a problem? I mean, like, you just bringing your friend along, that was a problem. But, I don't know. Yep, okay, there it is. Yep, not the asshole. No shade here. I think your husband might be into men, specifically Carl. I'm not going to throw my wife to the curb for a friend. Compassion and empathy are one thing, but this is just plain insanity. Might want to have some therapy. Yeah. All right, y'all. So tell me, what did you think? Should we do this again sometime? Let me know. Let me know. Because I am curious. These are things I need to know. Yes? Okay. Then we will. I think you're not the asshole. Thanks. Thanks. That was more fun than you thought it would be? Hell yeah. Do what? No, you know what we're doing. We're talking about... Oh, you're saying something else. It was something, lol. Okay, what I think I want to do next time, though, is I think, like, Vandy and I and maybe some other folks are going to get together and try to, like, weed through some and find some that are less tragic and more, like, absurd and ridiculous. Like this shit, where this dude's like, oh yeah, I just brought my friend along to sleep on the floor and whatnot. Like, that shit's fucking crazy. And you all can help. You all can help by curating a bunch of stories and sending them to us. You know what? In fact, there is now an Am I the Asshole channel in the Discord. Go free and post. Post your links. Your husband calls another man nicotine just because he misses him. That man is actually yeah. They're doing some other shit, dude. Can we find some like off the wall crazy? Dude, fuck yeah, man. Find some off the wall crazy bonkers ass Am I the Asshole stories. I'll read them. So long as they're not like tragic and shit, I'm down. I'm down. You know, like God, there's been some fucking crazy bullshit that I've read on this website. Anyway, holy shit, dude. Leah's been going for 6 hours. I think we're gonna rate Leah's Wicked. All right, here I'm gonna give you the raid message. You guys are very welcome. We should do this again sometime. Sometime soon. Let's see. No, actually I have that backwards. Not being the asshole is hot girl shit. There we go. Here's the raid message that we're going to use for this evening. You heard a great one on YouTube where a mom tried convincing her son to give his house he got from his dead dad to his pregnant sister. That's some fucking... Dude, Reddit is fucking wild, dude. For real, it's so wild. It's like the Wild West in this fucking bitch sometimes. I swear to God. Oh, thank you, Vandy. Thank you. Oh my God, that is... He's got a cabbage! Yay, cabbage rat. All right. There's a raid message. Have a very good night. Wait. Why am I waiting? Oh, you're right. Hang on. Let me just give it to you. Okay, so it's in the form of Margaret the Fell. Foul assholes in search of Reddit clout. Someone must extinguish thy fame. Let it be notorious the orc. Bad? Cringe? I don't know. You tell me. Anyway, here's the raid. Let's go. See you later. Bye-bye. All right, the other version was like, someone must vote YTA. That was it. All right. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you later. Probably tomorrow because I have the day off. More LDs. Have a good evening. I'll check out later. Love your faces. Thank you very much for being here. Bye-bye.